the line. I'm out. Well, one, it wasn't me who posted it. Two, he's a danger to himself and the community at large.
Like, really? No, he's not.
That's why I like Burns. Not cool.
He's not. Like, in fairness, coded as a queef in the breeze. If you stand there and smell it, it's going to stink. But if you just take a step to the side, you won't even know it's there. He's literally nothing. He's not a threat to himself or the community at large. He's a threat to your fucking egos. It's words on a screen, guys. What you should never do, especially in a constitutional carry state, is encourage people to go to people's houses.
The world is fucking crazy right
now. We're in the land of the toxic poo. I feel like
that's a rather ironic thing to say in this context. All right, okay. Yeah, I kind of think that coded is he claims he claims based on coded's public you don't need to be telling the truth about coded, but all I am saying is that coded, that's how it seems to me, but I could be proven wrong.
diamond deep in a coal mine. We can't keep away from you. You took your advantage, played it perfectly. Baby, don't you try to act so innocent. You got yourself into this, it was your idea. No one forced you to come along. You took charge, making plans, telling us what to do. You got yourself into this.
Good evening, codedfriend.001 listeners. Let me get my background music fired up. Give me a 5x5 if and when you can hear that. There we go. Little Louisiana Rain by Tom Petty in the background. Opening with Cracker. You got yourself into this. You get yourself out. Mumbling, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. GED Tony. Everyone's little favorite. He's supposed to be a smart guy, but all I've ever seen him do is play the apologist for dirty sexual pervertedness and the people who behave such ways. Sugi, Irish Demon, Blacka. Tony, your track record's starting to blow. I think your head got big when you defeated flat earthers. Flurfs. Tony, you should have realized that your expertise in geophysics was not necessary to defeat flat earthers, as your illiterate idiot buddy Irish Demon did it handily. You think you're bright boys because you beat stupid people. Now you're digging pits and falling in them. I believe it was Victor B. or Alan Killian that said in the side chat they were waiting for all this to devolve into another troll. I'm waiting for that also. I mean, I haven't ruled that out. Although they really made Demon look like a piece of shit. It's an expensive fucking troll on his part, because he'll never get out from under being the guy who's sexting with men on Facebook. If it's a troll, then we can definitely assume that Demon is a method actor. Holy fuck, these people are retarded. ID apparently is a little Twinkerton. Him and Sugi peas in a pod hiding together. Hello, Mr. Carey. Happy to see Carte Blanche here with us. Carte Blanche is always here. A mainstay at codedfriend.001. Jonathan A. says, Tony is not as bad as Irish Demon. I don't think he's as bad as Irish Demon, but he's an idiot for constantly playing the apologist for these sexual perverts. Tony, you better voice verify all your sexting partners now. You could be jerking off to Demon. Why wouldn't he fucking troll you? Billy Cox says he's here for the incoherent ramblings. Well, you will not be disappointed, sunshine. Jesse VR says, that's fine and true. We are a big jokey bunch at Laura Rader. Is Laura Rader? Laura Rader is here. Laura says, hi all. Too tired and barely awake enough for individual greetings. Laura Rader would like to say hello to everyone. Tony is not as bad as Irish Demon. He's bad in a different way. He's a pseudo-intellectual who has buffaloed a bunch of dumb people. Big deal. Tony's got a PhD. It's not in psychology. It's in geophysics. So if you want to know how a large, massive rock will move through space, ask Tony. If you want to know how people behave, ask Tony, and then completely do the opposite. Because Tony's wrong every fucking time. Tony is a fucking moron. Mr. Carey claims to have been 49 for nearly 24 years. That's not as outrageous a claim as Demon being a sensuous blonde who just happens to look like his ex-fiance, Jen. I'm going to bet that Jen left Demon when she came home from work early one day, and Demon was dressed up in her undies, getting it from behind by some dude named Sven. Has anyone seen the Shugman Shugster? I haven't seen Shuggy at all in days. Shuggy disappeared like a kid on a milk carton. Demon's a douche. He's never going to recover from that shit. Even if it's a fucking troll, he'd never recover from it. You're so fucking stupid. Yeah, Tony didn't do what Demon did, but he defends these fucking perverts. I agree, Jesse VR. Even if it was a troll, the stigma of this shit's gonna stick on him forever. You didn't just get shit on your shoe, Demon. You fucking rolled around in it like you were Shuggy on a hot night with some young lads who were willing to drop a hot, steamy deuce. Go report that to YouTube. Apparently, the pointing out Shuggy's desire and need for fecal play has caused a lot of reports to YouTube, who apparently is okay with me saying it. Who the fuck is Alice with a hand pink waving, hand pink waving, hand pink waving? Hello, Mr. Carey. Laura Rader, very tired, types twinker toes instead of twinkle toes. Everybody happy to see Mr. Carey. Cool, cool. Billy Cox here for the incoherent ramblings. Billy, I'll bet your last name isn't Cox, and that's a Freudian slip of a subliminal desire you have. But you be you. If you like the dick, you should be over at the Poop Scoop on Mark the Sarcastic. Excuse me. Mark the Sarcastic Racist's channel. Mark has been in hiding too. The Poop Scoop has done nothing for 2 weeks. Let's see if this Friday is another fucking blurka blank. We have 28 in the house. Jesse VR says hashtag butt coded. Logan Sandman, love you, buddy. Hashtag fuck you, coded. Hashtag coded vile. I think I need to kick that down a little bit. Alan Killian says ID was only too willing to slip into his role. While Jen's off at work earning money to pay the bills, Demon's home sexting Facebook men jerking off all day. Blurka, Demon. 2 fingers on your little fucking micro penis. Anyone has to announce their large penis as much as you do, Demon has a fucking tiny one. That's why Jen left, right? Tiny penis, you're wearing her underwear and getting it in the keister by some dude named Sven. Ah, Demon, shanty fucking Irish. Mr. Carey says, I've been 49 for nearly 24 hours. Sweet. Kurt Blanche says that Jonathan A. Tony speaks on matters when he only has 1/3 of the information. People think he is smart as he uses big words, which mean shite. Laura Rader says, but he's smarter than a flurf. Barely smarter. Florida Beach Girl wants to know, any of you who live in the north or excuse me, my vision is getting really bad. My eye is healing up, but my vision has gotten really blurry. I'll be fine in another month. Any of you who live in the north, your weather is drunk and in my driveway. Please come get it. That's a fucking great one. Is it chilly down in Florida? I got a buddy in Florida. He's kind of like the closest thing I had to a big brother growing up. Sicilian dude. His dad was pretty fucking cool too. He's 68 this year, so he's 10 years older than me. We talk a lot on the phone, but we haven't sat down and had a meal together in probably 15, almost 20 years. So I may head down your way, Florida Beach Girl. I should probably do it now while it's cold out, because the last time I was in Florida, I was in Port St. Lucie. It was the first week of February, and at 10 o'clock in the morning, it was 85 degrees out, and I had enough of the Florida sun one day in, not even a full day. Logan Sandman says, happy birthday at Mr. Carey. Don't forget to schedule your colonoscopy. GJM is back with us. Says, I love having my words analyzed by folks not in here. Somehow, not insulting anyone makes you untrustworthy in the Discord land. Yeah, if you're not sided up on a team, you're going to have problems on Discord. Very tribal over there. The Shizz tribe, the Queef kids, I don't know, Shizz, that's a weird reference. You know, because queef is a vaginal dispatch of air. You must really stink, Shizz. Maybe that's why you could only keep that 6'8" guy less than a year. And then he was like, I just can't take that fucking smell anymore. Who the fuck is Alice? Says, hey to Mando Love. Victor B says, hey to who the fuck is Alice? Jonathan A says, I mean, who does that? Put PhD in front of their name. People with small penises who need to inflate their ego to make up for their lack of manly girth, I would assume. I have no PhD. Tony's more of a GED. Like, if you were talking, he's a PhD if you're talking geophysics, but if you're talking psychology with Tony, he's not even a fucking GED. Tony does not understand how people work. He doesn't understand the human mind. He understands straight logic, which, you know, people don't run on logic, Tony. That's why you get it all fucking wrong all the time. Logan Sandman says, I saw Sugi on Josh's last live stream. Sugi's going to hide out with the guy he gave gifts to. Logan Sandman says, Sugi actually wished me well through the fires. Yeah, he's trying to gain fucking dick suck points. I'm sure Sugi will be a really nice guy from now on. Seeing as how everyone knows who he is now, and you know what sucks about having a Wikipedia page, Shug? Anyone can go on that page and update the information. How nice would it be if sources were cited and your involvement in the Welsh News Network, a YouTube channel that grifted off its listeners for 12 fucking months, was documented right there on your YouTube page? Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bandit 2804 says, I seen Sugi at Pirates mouthing off. I called him a coward and he disappeared. Carte Blanche says, who the fuck is Alice? Good to see you. I'm being rained out. How about you? Are you in your rainy season? Ours ended like a month ago in the Philippines. Everything is fucking lush and green. We have no Johnny Switchblade today. Alan Killian says, as a 1%er, does that mean he only takes the foreskin? Just the tip, sir. Just the tip. Take it easy, says Coded could detect Irish gooner was a cum brain. I mean, you know, it's not that hard to fucking read people unless you're a PhD Tony and get it wrong every fucking time. PhD Tony has known Demon for like 6-8 years, and he can't read the fucking retard right. So, I mean, I wouldn't trust Demon or PhD Tony's judgment on any person. Like if a person had a bloody knife in their hand and there was a dead body on the floor and GED Tony was like, I surmise that the man with the bloody knife is the killer, I would fucking do the investigation anyway. Jesse VR says, a lot of anguish. Laura Rader says, cumbrain is a nice word. It's a nice word for demon. Take it easy says, Coomer is good too. Mr. Carey says, I get around like that 60s song. I get around. I get around, round, round. I get around. That's the Beach Boys, isn't it? Ooh. Thanks for agreeing, Laura. Carte Blanche says, I agree at Take It Easy. Coded sussed out Dan and the WNN crew. Demon and soon Sugi. Oh, all of Sugi's shitty little deeds are going to come out in the future. Oh, I forgot to do this. Hang on. Laura Rader says, what? Poop scoopers refuse to scoop it. The poop scoopers are on strike. Victor B says, exactly at Carte Blanche. Who the fuck is Alice? Says, hey there, Carte Blanche. Nah, hot as here today. 5-minute storm while I was at work, but I didn't see anything. In the South, in Atlanta, in the summer months, June, July, August, when it fucking rains, like it gets so goddamn hot down here. If you're in the South, you know, wherever, if you're in the city in Atlanta, you know, because of all the pavement, the stone work, and the fucking cement work, if you get like a 5-10 minute hard shower, it doesn't cool shit off. It makes it fucking worse. You can literally see the fucking rainwater steaming and rising up off the fucking tarmac and the fucking concrete. It's fucking miserable. Laura Rader says, hashtag unblock me, Coded. Hashtag fuck you, Coded. Carte Blanche says, we should swap at who the fuck is Alice. I'm sick of the rain. It makes the weeds grow faster. Buy goats. Goats are the best form of weed control I have ever seen. Them fuckers will eat everything. Logan Sandman says, send the rain my way at Carte Blanche. We still have 4 fires going. Well, let's all say a little prayer for Logan's desire for rain. May it be met. Take it easy, says PhD Tony isn't a psychologist or a criminologist. Nope. He's just a geophysicist who's sexting with Irish Demon and is unaware. That redhead ginger chick, you pink fucking racist that you're so attracted to, it's fucking Demon. Take it easy says, oh, I'm also dumb and suffering from Dunning-Kruger and blah, blah, blah. Is that what PhD Blomey says to you? Laura Rader says, Tony is an expert on everything. Take it easy. You must be wrong. I think Take It Easy's hitting the nail right on the fucking head. Drive that shit down. Take it easy. GJM says, I flew down to the Orange Bowl last week from Canada. I had shorts on no matter how cold. Compared to Canada, dude, there's no such thing as a cold day in the South. Florida Beach Girl says, that's how it usually is here. Laura Raider, a lot of eyeballs, Discord watchers. Mr. Carey says, when I was in Florida, it was so cold those iguanas were falling out of the trees. Tampa Bay News 10 reported about it a few years ago. They do. They go into like a hibernative state, and then they drop like rocks. Jesse VR says, how's Walter? I would imagine he's sleeping like a little baby right now. Hello, Walter, Texas. We'll see you in the replay. Florida Beach Girl says, can we make Shizz a bad word that nobody can say? Shizz is actually, Shizz means shit. How apropos that she's around fecal freaks and these fucking sex pervert weirdos and pink sockers like Demon who like to take it from behind. Who the fuck is Alice? Says hello to Bandit. Lupe. Lupe has been banned. I might unban her. I don't know. I'll think about it. She's just a noisemaker that never really contributes much of anything. And, well, she oozes green, sloppy shit. How sad your life must be, Lupe, that you have to sit home all day on the internet with a green ooze coming out of you. No wonder why Shizz is afraid of queefs. Johnny Switchblade says, I had a cordial conversation with Sugi today, not hiding at all. He's hiding on Shizz's Discord. He's not anywhere else on Discord. You sure as shit ain't coming back to Team Skeptics, the little pussy boy. Talk your fucking shit, you little weasel. Take It Easy says, Sugi is that Scottish or Welsh guy who sounds like he's on a tin can. Dan is the Welsh guy. Mark, the micropeen fake law student, is another Welsh guy. Sugi is the Scottish twink who, if you look at Sugi's pictures that are available online, just search in Google Hugh at Ball Homie, and you'll get a lot of Sugi info. No docs there. You're the one who put at Ball Homie as your fucking name, retard. Sugi's a mumbler, drunk most of the time, while at work at night, unclogging shitters. GJM says some of the Discorders take issue when you ask a question, especially when you aren't a, quote, main character. Don't worry about the main character shit. Lupe is a main character. The green ooze. Johnny Switchblade came in the room? Where's yours? Oh, yeah, I read your comment. Good to see you, Johnny boy. Who the fuck is Alice? Says it's their wet season. Our wet season just ended about a month ago. Laura Rader says, no, this is all the revenge of the four beardsmen. Tony, Johnny, Johnny plotted the hole, and J.L. Warren have plotted for years to bring Demon down. All those guys have been sexting with him unknowingly, especially that fucking J.L. Warren weirdo, just beating that fucking 2-incher. GJM says, Demon stroking it while live streaming with other men. It's not far off the fucking mark there, bro. Mr. Carey says, I did a request for someone called Arms of an Angel, but Arms of a Grifter. at Florida Beach Girl. Carte Blanche says, take it easy. Yeah, he was with them as the 4 bearded men, and Shizz used to be on Demon's panel until the Boston trip. Bouncy bounce. Fucking Team Team Skeptic's good, man. He was on Shizz's broadcast. He didn't talk any shit about me. I mean, Shizz and PhD Tony feel some obligation. Why are you even talking about me while you're going over the fucking Irish demon shit? It doesn't have anything to do with me. You ADD kids just can't fucking stay focused. And PhD Tony is out to fucking just badmouth me any chance he gets, because I pointed out his latent, internalized, admitted to when he was a younger man, racism. I mean, PhD Tony said he was a racist when he was younger. You're still a racist, dipshit, if you don't know the difference between O.J. Simpson and Mike Tyson. You just think all black men are criminals, you fucking shitbag, pink fucking hamster weasel. Laura Rader says Demon left them behind and started grifting for trips to Kentucky, Boston, the UK, etc. Well, I'll give Demon this. As far as the 4 beardsmen go, Demon was the only one that had an actual fucking jovial personality. The rest of those douches are like fucking sticks in the mud. Mr. Carey says, just poking friendly fun at both sides of that area of YouTube. Feel free to do that, Mr. Carey. I've never seen you like go too far, which is kind of cool. Me, I'm always across the line. Joseph ER says, and Mum's birthday gift at Laura Rader. Yeah, don't forget the birthday gifts. Demon's just a shanty Irish beggar. Demon was always too much of a princess for the 4 beardsmen anyway, says Laura Rader. We should all pray for LA. They need fucking prayer. God keeps burning you out every year, and you keep fucking getting worse and worse in your fucking behavior. Learn to take a hint. Victor B says, careful, Laura. You are talking about a full-patched 1%er. Demon's like a weak version of 2% milk. He's been homogenized. Carte Blanche says, I have 2 goats coated. They can't keep up. It's been raining every day since early January. Get 2 more goats. Mr. Carey says, I got rushed to the doctor, which is now 2 days ago. I'm weak, but got to do 1 song, which is now yesterday, LOL. At Florida Beach Girl, my family was a little scared. I was more scared, LOL. But take care of yourself, bro. Alan Killian says, Laura Rader and has 3 hearts for her. Good to see you. I got to go through my background music files and get everything volume leveled so I'm not up and down in this thing all the time. Mando Love 704 says, Victor, I bet if you asked Demon, he'd be a 5%er now and running the game. Florida Beach Girl says, and gators try to get warm in cat engines. We only have problems with cats and car engines here. Laura Rader says, hello, Alan, sparkly heart. Sorry for being so antisocial tonight. Trying to stay awake. I got you the first time, Florida Beach Girl. Carte Blanche says, good deflection. I'm assuming that's at Laura. Mr. Carey says, never encountered gators in Hernando County, Florida. Thank the Lord. Like the whole fucking alligator thing. Yeah, man. I'd rather be in the water with a shark than a fucking alligator. Carte Blanche says, hashtag cat out of the bag. Oh, I started to talk about that and I didn't finish. Thank you. Skeptic very stealthily slipped in that Shizz and Demon did actually bump fuzzies. Shizz had sex with a fucking fat lumpercon who pretends to be a chick on the internet while sexting with men. Card says hashtag bouncy bounce. 2 beach balls trying to get it on. Florida Beach Girl says, my theory is that Shizz and Lupe were picked by Mean Girls High School, and now they have the internet to make themselves feel better. Oh, they were picked on in high school. I would say probably so. It's probably why Shizz has to make such a big deal about her fucking tism. Will the real Shizz please stand up? Ugh, god damn. Jesus, Steph. You look like you're fucking 50 years old, Shizz. That fucking filter. Like, you just don't know. Like, all these guys are fucking drooling over Shizz. Shizz is talking the other night about how dudes are looking at her bouncy breasts. That's because your face is too fucked up to look at. They need to look at something. Your face is fucking nasty. Fucking nasty. You are fake as fuck, Shizz. That's who you really are. Blah. My wife looks better rolling out of bed with a fucking cold than you do in real life. You're disgusting. Let's get that down before people start puking. Ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Alice Killian says PhD Tony needs THC. AP in the house. Good to see you, AP. My Steelers lost, bro. I'm rooting for the Lions now. I'll root for your Bills to get there, but when the big game happens, if the Lions are in it, I'm rooting for the Lions. AP says skeptic let the Shizz and Demon hookup slip. I think he slipped it. I don't think he let it slip. I think he slipped it. Skeptic's a lot fucking smarter than people give him credit for. Everybody's agreeing that fucking skeptic did let that slide on purpose. Logan Sandman says, well, to be fair, Tyson was convicted of rape and OJ was convicted of armed robbery. Yeah, they're different things. But Tony thinks all black men are criminals, so it doesn't matter what name you pull out of the hat. GJM says, hello, Mrs. Demon. Nice of you to set up a sexual encounter while going to your friend's funeral. oh. Johnny Switchblade says, coded is war than demon even now. I think you mean worse? Coded is worse. According to PhD Tony, I'm worse than demon. PhD Tony has lost his grip on fucking reality. AP says, is that real or was it BS? It's gross either way. They are both gross. I just appreciate Shizz for going after Kaiser. Shizz would be the laughing stock of YouTube if it wasn't for the fucking Kaiser thing. We should probably start covering Kaiser just to take some of the fucking fizz away from Shizz. GJM says, Mrs. Demon, do you know this about Mr. Demon? More to the point, does Irish Mammy know about Demon's behavior? Laura Rader says, stop that, coded, unless you're saying the hurricanes in North Carolina were also due to behavior. No, I'm not saying that. But North Carolina doesn't get hit every fucking year. Carte Blanche says, hashtag coded is worse. AP says hi to Cart. Johnny Switchblade says worse. I got it. You're good. I covered you, man. Laura Rader, PSA, YouTube is not a dating app. AP says, so I've heard. GJM says, Demon enjoys playing a woman so much. Now he's seeing more rubber than a dead skunk on the more rubber than a dead skunk on the highway. I think he just jerks off into closed socks. Ugh, that's fucking nasty. Maybe that's why her feet stink so bad. Oh, I wasn't supposed to talk about that. Laura Rader says, LOL, AP. All I know is that SV and I laughed about hashtag cat out of the bag way back when it was happening in real time. I remember I was on a live with, it might have been a pre-record, but, and I stupidly stuck up for Shizz. Josh was like, they're fucking. You can definitely tell they're fucking. And I was like, whoa, hold the phone. Demon's engaged to be married. I don't know if we want to be speculating like that. And Josh, like a gentleman, backtracked right away. But look, it turns out to be true now. Confirmed by Skeptic. Alan Killian says, we will crowdfund Coded's glasses. You can crowdfund them, dude. They're going to sit here. I'm not going to wear them. I refuse. Florida Beach Girl says, me too, Coded. A shark can't chase you in a car, you to your car. Right, exactly. Them gators, when they get moving, are pretty fucking fast. Mando Love 704 says, I'd rather get in the water with a gator than a saltwater croc. Like, I don't even know the fucking difference. Giant lizard, I'm gone. Snakes, I'm okay with. Medium-sized lizards, I'm okay with. Lizards that can bite your arm and flip you, do the death roll and flip you over like you just did a cartwheel. No, I'm not interested. Logan Sandman says, gator tastes like tough chicken. I've had popcorn gator. I've had gator steaks. I'll eat a gator all day long, but I ain't getting in the fucking water with a gator. GJM says, let's not bash autism. Who bashed autism? I'm not bashing autism. Shizz is a fucking retard. I doubt Shizz is even autistic. I really doubt that. I think she just uses that as a crutch to virtue signal and, fall back on when someone gets the better of her, making fun of her. Bandit 2804 says, total AI picture on her vids. Johnny Switchblade says, Merb, is that you? Which one do you think is Merb? Do you think Jonathan A is Merb? Who do you think is Merb? Take it easy? GJM? GJM stands for good, just Merb? Cartplot says that GJM. Yeah, Shizz only started with the TISM last year. Florida Beach Girl, not everyone who says they have autism actually have it at GJM. Laura Rader says, Merb, where? LOL. Laura Rader, hashtag, but coded is vile. I hope Merb's here under a sock account. I love Merb. Look, I regret getting into it with Merb. I dig Merb. I like Merb's legal analysis. Like I've said in the past, nobody can give a 12-minute primer on jurisdiction like Merb. But on the drama thing, not so good. Amanda Love says, I wonder if the other 1%ers know Twink's trans curious. You know what I want to see? I want to see an AI rendition of Dinklage, the fucking lumbercon midget, and Tuna Slay in the fucking bathtub together. And I want the AI to calculate the volume of the fucking 2 drops of water that would be able to get in the fucking tub. Oh, I've caught up. Carte blanche laughing at Laura Rader. Let's do a little, we haven't yet attempted to violate UK political speech. Let's get on that right now. Let's get a little into let me get over here where I'm supposed to be. Censorship in the United Kingdom. This is from Wikipedia. In the United Kingdom, censorship has been applied to various forms of expression, such as the media, cinema, entertainment venues, literature, theater, and criticism of the monarchy. I think the monarchy is stupid and should be done away with. I think I may have violated UK political speech. Mark Rowley, come extradite me, you fucking take it in the ass twink. Where there is no general right to free speech in the UK, British citizens have a negative right to freedom of expression under the common law. And since 1998, freedom of expression is guaranteed, according to Article 10 of the European Convention on Human Rights, which we read last time that the British government is not going to enforce because somehow free speech would negatively impact college kids. Fucking weird. Since 1998, freedom of expression is guaranteed according to Article 10 of the European Convention on Human Rights as applied to British law through the Human Rights Act. Current law allows for restrictions on threatening or abusive words or behavior intending or likely to cause harassment. Holy shit, behavior. I should report you, Sugi, and Mark, and Dan, Brit Biatch, all you fucking European femboys. Fucking Brit Biatch is more masculine than fucking Sugi is. And she has a thicker mustache. Current law allows for restrictions on threatening or abusive words or behavior intending or likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress. Distress? Like when Mark the Sarcastic Micropene called my son a half-breed? That seems kind of racist. Or cause a breach of the peace. I should come over there and punch you because of what you said and then claim you caused the breach of the peace. Sending another any article which is indecent or grossly offensive with an intent to cause distress or anxiety. Incitement to racial hatred. I'm pretty sure Mark violated that when he called my son a half-breed. Incitement to religious hatred. All you fucktards over at the Welsh News Network were fucking God haters. Incitement to terrorism, including encouragement of terrorism and dissemination of terrorist publications. Glorifying terrorism. Collection or possession of a document or record containing information likely to be of use to a terrorist. Treason, sedition, obscenity. I think it's kind of obscene, Mark, to call a child, a 8-year-old child, a half-breed. Indecency, including corruption of public morals. I would say it's an indecent corruption of public morals, Mark, to refer to ethnic blending as half-breed. And outraging public decency. Defamation. You've done that, Mark. Prior restraint, restrictions on court reporting, including names of victims and evidence, and prejudicing or interfering with court proceedings. Prohibition of post-trial interviews with jurors, time, manner, and place restrictions, harassment, privileged communications, trade secrets, classified material. Speaking of classified material, didn't Sugi always say how it was they were sworn to secrecy about speaking about each other's military careers? And then Sugi went and verified the non-existent military career of Dan the Waterhead Welshman. Dan, by the way, is claiming the Shirley Boland effect from Demon as the reason he ran from YouTube. Not that he ripped off $30,000 from his fucking listeners over a 12-month period. Harassment, privilege, communications, trade secrets, classified material, copyright, patents, military conduct. Well, let me just say this. Sugi was the twinkiest of twinks in the in His Majesty's, the Queen Mother, who liked to fuck donkeys, by the way, in her rowboat service. And, you know, Dan was never in the military, and you lied for him. And the limitations on commercial speech, such as advertising. The Ministry of Information was created during the First World War and then reformed for the Second World War for propaganda purposes. The British government, the UK, probably the greatest propaganda engine in world history. Does that violate the political speech? Someone report me to Mark Rowley, that twinkish little fuck. In the Second World War, it was located at the Senate House of the University of London, a place that both Dan and Sugi have never been to. During the Second World War, it was infamous for having a staff of 999. That's where all the blue bloods sent their fucking kids to dodge being drafted. Sugi's mummy bought him a entry on a wooden military vessel that would never see combat duty. And then when Sugi was termed out on his service, his captain did not write glowing reports in the comment section like Mummy had paid for. He just wrote full stop. One can interpret that as, I've got nothing good to say about this twinkish retard. The ministry was responsible for keeping much information out of the public domain during the war years, and it was thought that this would have been harmful to the national sentiment. Yeah, while you were getting your asses kicked, you were bragging about how great you were doing. It also censored many press reports that were not deemed to be sufficiently patriotic, or that listed military operations to a level of detail that could be used by the enemy. Keep the people stupid, right, Sugi? Isn't that the blue blood code? You got one of two options. Give them no information, which is the way historically things have ran, or in the modern era, flood them with information so they can't make heads or tails of shit. Because the Brits kept their population stupid for generation after generation after generation after generation. And all these blue bloods were worried about was whose vagina granddaddy fell out and what privileges does that entitle me to. Carte Blanche says Mark just had to change his wet togs in full view of children and families. His story changed. Now he's told like 3 or 4 different fucking iterations of that story. The most recent one was that his friend pulled his pants down. Who is your friend, Demon? GMK or GJM, sorry. Is GMK here? GJM says the UK is similar to Canada, Mr. Demon. You shared someone's nude photos without their consent. That's a no-no, Mr. 1%, watered down 2% milk. Heidi Talamante says Victoria Cart. Hello, good to see you both. Hello, Heidi. Victor B says, for real at GJM, he could get into serious trouble. What kind of trouble would he get into, Victor? He would be put in a male prison. Oh, Sugi, as Sugi says, oh, behave, Demon. I think Demon wants to go to jail. and get ridden like a fucking donkey. Alan Killian says, Florida Beach Girl, Cher last used it in a song. What? What was that a reference to? Florida Beach Girl says, has anyone used the words half-breed since the early 1900s? And by the way, it was disgusting then. It was well, I'm a half-breed. Not quite a half-breed, but I'm descendant of a half-breed. Half-breed was a term that was usually targeted toward Native Americans. Mark the sarcastic fucking pencil neck geek fuck. Love the doobies, man. GJM says, and he should at Victor B. The coward Irish demon thinks he's untouchable because he hides in another country. Logan says, get the lead out. Maybe next time we'll do All's Apple. Alan Gillian says, hashtag WNN equals Irish demon's uncle. Heidi, don't worry about how lost you are. We'll get you up to speed. Just follow the person in front of you. Ants to the sugar pile, sweetheart. We know where the sugar is. Carte Blanche says, oh, what? Mark, when you first told that story, you didn't have a friend. But why are you changing on a beach in full view of children and families? Because he's that kind of fucking creepy weird. Yeah, he's told at least 3 different versions of that fucking story. GJM says Demon wants male prison so he can get ridden like a Kentucky thoroughbred. That's the sound Demon makes when it goes in his backside. Who the fuck is Alice? Says loving the background tunes, Coded. Thank you, Alice. All right, let's read on. Where were we here on the Ministry of fucking douchebaggery? The ministry was responsible for keep. I already read that. Blah, blah, blah. The ministry took over the General Post Office Film Unit, renaming it the Crown Film Unit. It produced documentaries such as Target for Tonight, Western Approaches, and London Can Take It. It also created a feature-length fictional film, 49th Parallel. Following this, it solely created documentaries, although it also laid down propaganda guidelines for commercial films. Oh, those Brits love their fucking propaganda. They love to fucking lie about how great they are. Tiny little fucking island. The ministry was disbanded following the end of the Second World War. Law on obscenity and sexual content. This might be demon specific and the pervert posse. Obscenity law in England and Wales is currently governed by the various Obscene Publications Acts. Ooh, we need to read that one. And Section 63 of the Criminal Justice and Immigration Act 2008, but obscenity laws go back much further into the English common law. The conviction in 1727 of Edmund Searle for publication of Venus in the Cloister or The Nun in Her Smock, they're fucking really perverted people, under the common law offense of disturbing the king's peace, was the first conviction for obscenity in Great Britain and set a legal precedent for other convictions. I'll bet you Sugi's surname appears on that fucking list spanning the time period 1727 to current. A defense against the charge of obscenity on the grounds of literary merit was introduced in the Obscene Publications Act of 1959. The OPA was tested in the high-profile obscenity trial brought against Penguin Books for publishing Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence in 1960. The book was found to have merit, and Penguin Books was found not guilty, a ruling which granted far more freedom to publish explicit material. The trial did not establish the merit defense as an automatic right. Several controversial books and publications were the subject of British court cases throughout the 1960s and into the 1970s. Last Exit to Brooklyn, a 1964 novel by American author Hubert Shelby Jr., was subject of a private prosecution in 1966. I never heard of that book. The distinction between legal, erotic literature, and illegal pornography was traditionally made in the English-speaking courts on the basis of perceived literary merit. No prosecutions of purely textual pornography took place following the Inside Linda Lovelace trial of 1976 until October 2008, when a man was charged but later cleared under the Obscene Publication Act for allegedly posting fictional written material to the internet describing kidnap, rape, and murder of pop group girls aloud. The R.V. Walker trial. In late August 2005, the government announced that it planned to criminalize possession of extreme pornographic material. Better hide that fecal play shit you have, Sugi. Rather than just publication. Ooh. And the law came into force as Section 63 of the Criminal Justice and Immigration Act 2008. Imagine if it had been Section 69. Under a law introduced in May 2015, not only creation but also possession of manuals giving advice how to groom or abuse children is also outlawed. That would explain the 2014 book burning on Sugi's back acre. And I mean his back acre. Almost all adult stories in the UK are forbidden from having their goods in open display under the Indecent Display Act 1981, which means the shop fronts are often boarded up or covered in posters. A warning sign must be clearly shown at the entrance to the store, and no items can be visible from the street. No customer can be under 18 years old. Ooh, Sugi. Hopefully you're not taking pictures of the young lads. The Video Recording Act of 1984 introduced the R18 rated classification for videos that are only available in licensed sex shops. But hardcore pornographic magazines are available in newsstands in some places. Sugi lobbied for that, so they'd be available in his neighborhood. The Ann Summers chain of lingerie and sex shops won the right to advertise for workers in job centers, which was originally banned under restrictions on what advertising could be carried out by the sex industry. Oh my God, I don't want to read much more of this. The blasphemy law. Oh, maybe Sugi's violated some of this. Blasphemy against Christianity was long an important part of British censorship, with the unwritten common law containing an office of blasphemous libel. Prosecutions were rare, however, the last one being 1977 Gay News legal case, White House versus Lemon. Later, developments around the turn of the 21st century put the continued viability of blasphemy prosecutions in doubt. The offense was definitely abolished on May 8, 2008. Critics claim the Racial and Religious Hatred Act 2006 could hinder freedom of speech It didn't stop Mark the sarcastic micro-peen fake law student from calling my son a half-breed. Leaders of major religions, as well as non-religious groups such as the National Secular Society and English Pen, spoke out in order to campaign against the bill. Comedians and satirists also feared prosecution for their work. However, a late amendment to the act as a result of these campaigns reads, "Nothing in this part shall be read or given effect in a way which prohibits or restricts discussion, criticism, or expressions of antipathy, dislike, ridicule, insult, or abuse of particular religions, or the beliefs or practices of their adherents, or of any other belief system, or the beliefs or practices of its adherents, or proselytizing or urging adherents of a different religion or belief system to cease practicing their religion or belief system." Gag orders. Mark should be interested in gag orders. I think Sugi's a fan of a gag too. A gag order, or anonymity order, is sometimes issued by courts in the United Kingdom to protect privacy, prevent harm to suspects, prisoners, witnesses, victims, or to protect national security. In the Alan Chapello murder case, the trial was held mostly in camera, and media were prevented from speculating on the case. The order was imposed after a, quote, compelling case made by the prosecutors, despite overwhelming media opposition brought by a legal challenge to the ruling. This criminal case has been thought to be the first in which a gagging order was imposed. Oh. Mark, what do you think Mark likes better, a gag order or a gagging order? In 2011, gagging orders. You couldn't come up with a better fucking term than that in 2011. In 2011, gagging orders that applied to themselves, or super injunctions, as they were called, were being referred to almost daily in the United Kingdom after a number of high-profile public figures, including celebrities and politicians, censored the British media from revealing information about their personal lives, such as affairs. Wow. Maybe Demon could get himself a gagging order to quash the divulging of his sexting on Facebook. Oh, affairs and dealings with prostitutes. Gag orders protecting the privacy of convicted child murderers such as Mary Bell, John Venables, and David McGready in order to protect them from revenge attacks has also been controversial because of public concerns about the inability to avoid such persons and protect victims' families and other children from being harmed by them. Internet. Although freedom of expression and protection of privacy over the internet is guaranteed by UK law since about 2010, there has been an increasing shift toward authoritarian measures, such as increased surveillance. The United Kingdom has more police surveillance cameras than anywhere else outside of China. Holy shit. I never knew that the UK was the China of the West. Combating terrorism and preventing child abuse have been widely used by state agencies and private commercial actors, e.g. internet service providers, to justify the implementation of interception and direct filtering measures. Nevertheless, in 2010, the Open Net initiative found no evidence of technical filtering in the political, social, conflict/security, or internet tools area. The UK openly blocks child pornography websites for which ONI does not test. 98.6, the human body temperature. Hey, 98.6. 98.6 of UK internet traffic consume a service called the Child Abuse Image Content List, which uses data provided by the Internet Watch Foundation to identify pages judged to contain indecent photographs of children. How does Sugi get away with it then? When such a page is found, the system creates a URL not found page error rather than deliver the actual page or warning page. In July and again in October 2011, the UK High Court ruled that BT Retail must block access to a website, newsbin.com, which provides links to pirated movies. In September 2011, in response to the court ruling and encouragement from government, leading UK ISPs are reported to have privately agreed in principle to quickly restrict access to websites when presented with court orders. In May 2012, the High Court ordered UK ISPs to block the Pirate Bay. Fucking, I like Pirate Bay. To prevent further copyright infringement, movie and music downloads facilitated by the website. Soon after, the High Court ordered UK ISPs to block other websites linking to or endorsing online privacy, such as kick-ass torrents. Since the end of 2013, a rolling program has been in place to ensure that households in the UK have pornography and other materials such as suicide, alcohol, and violence-related content filtered from the internet by default unless a household chooses to receive it. This follows an announcement by the Prime Minister, David Cameron, on 22 July 2013. Wasn't the bulk of the Welsh News Network shit alcohol and violence-related content? In addition to internet filtering, the UK also prosecutes those who are alleged to be violating hate speech laws online. I'm pretty sure, Mark the sarcastic micropene, that referring to my son as a half-breed does fall under hate speech laws. In particular, the Communications Act 2003 outlaws the act of sending by means of a public electronic communications network a message or other matter that is grossly offensive or of indecent, obscene, or menacing character. I think you meet all three of those with your little statement that my son was a half-breed. You fucking retard, Mark. You're studying the law and you're studying the law, Mark, and you made a statement on Discord that my 8-year-old son was a half-breed. I'm going to be right fucking there the minute you fucking graduate, dipshit. The Communications Act 2003 outlaws the act of sending by means of public electronic communications network a message or other matter that is grossly offensive or of an indecent, obscene, or menacing character. In 2017, Alison Saunders, the Director of Public Prosecution, announced the allocation of additional resources for enforcing it and the intent to treat online speech as equivalent to a conversation in person. Oh, you're fucked, Mark. In 2018, the Sentencing Council began deliberating on whether to increase the maximum sentence for suspects with many social media followers. Well, it's a good thing no one fucking really follows you, Mark. Digital Secretary, Margaret James, also outlined a plan to increase government regulation of social networks with possible penalties, including 4% of the firm's global turnover. Culture Secretary Matt Hancock elaborated on this plan and likened it to the controversial German law NetzDG after the refusal by 10 technology companies to send representatives to a meeting he held. He stated that this gave him a big impetus to drive these proposals to legislation through. As of 2017, it was estimated that 9 people per day were being arrested for online speech within the UK, with 5 leading to convictions. 5 people a day in the UK convicted of fucking being douchebags on the internet? God damn. In February 2021, a Scottish man from Lanark, is Sugi from Lanark, was arrested and subsequently convicted for an offensive tweet about a deceased World War II veteran, which read, "The only good Brit soldier is a dead one. Burn, old fella, burn." It's kind of nasty. In September 2024, billionaire and SpaceX owner Elon Musk wrote, "I don't think anyone should go to the UK when they're releasing convicted pedophiles in order to imprison people for social media posts." I bet you Sugi's behind the lobbying for that legislation. Sugi wants more kitty fiddlers out in public and more people that talk about how abusive that shit is online to be jailed. Sugi's a woke bloke who sucked up too much of the fucking smoke. After apparently being shunned, Elon Musk shunned from a UK summit that year. In November of 2024, former Prime Minister Boris Johnson wrote on X in regards to a journalist being visited by police for a tweet. This is appalling. How can Starmer's Britain lecture? How can Starmer's That doesn't make sense. How can Starmer's Britain lecture over other countries about free speech when an innocent journalist gets a knock on the door for a tweet? Our police have their hands full of burglaries and violent crime. They're being forced to behave like a woke secretary. Security? Security? Is that like security? And it has to stop. Think before posting, Mark, you fucking retard. Call my son a half-breed. On August 8, 2024, after 2024 United Kingdom riots, the UK government official account on X.com quoted, "Think before you post." The Crown Prosecution Service announcement of the criminalization of social media contents that are so-called inciting criminal behavior. Doesn't that twinkish king incite criminal behavior with his desire to be alone with boys? Oh, how Sugi wants to groom that stool. Think of all the privileges Twink Boy Sugi could be opened up to if he was just the groomer of the stool. I think there is, Logan. Easy on the smoke. All right, I'm done with this. I don't think I clearly know yet how to offend this Rowley clown. Just a refresh for those people who weren't here last time we did a broadcast. Cleaning windows. I'm a working man in my prime. Cleaning windows. So this is a YouTube post I came across the other day. London's Metropolitan Police Chief Mark Rowley has said they will extradite and arrest U.S. citizens over their social media posts if they violate their rules about political speech online. Look at this fucking weirdo. I use Sugi semen as facial cream, and I let some of it get inside my mouth. Fucking retard. Look at this fucking retard. Good God, man. He looks like he has Demon's fucking granny mask on. What the fuck is wrong with your skin, twink boy? Well, come extradite me. My friend Rebel would like to shoot a red coat. He does look like Sugi's cousin. Laura Rader says, true story about David Cameron fucking a pig's head. What? Look it up. Maybe talking about that will get you noticed by the UK police. Who the fuck is David Cameron? Hold on, now we gotta take a look at this fucking crazy shit. What? Who is David Cameron? All right, let's get into this. Thank you, Laura. All right, so is there a date on this little bad boy here? Close that shit. David Cameron, A Pig's Head, and a Secret Society at Oxford University explained. What's the fucking... This article is 9 years old. Okay. An unofficial biography alleges that British Prime Minister took part in bizarre ritual at the Piers Gaveston Society, reported to encourage ostentatious decadence. Picture depicting Piers Gaveston, the alleged lover of Edward II. Okay, we're in pervert posse territory. The society that bears his name was formed at Oxford in 1977. Photograph Universal History Archive, UIG, via Getty Images. What have we learned about David Cameron today? An unofficial biography of David Cameron, written by the conservative donor Lord Ashcroft, contains a series of allegations. They include that the Prime Minister spent time in a drug-taking environment at university, that he took part in a bizarre dinner club initiation ritual, and another claim about Cameron's knowledge of the Piers offshore tax status. One specific allegation is that, in the words of Daily Mail, Cameron took part in an initiation ceremony in which he put a private part of his anatomy into a dead pig's mouth. It cites a source, a current MP, who claims to have seen photographic evidence. It allegedly took place at a notorious Oxford University drinking club, the Piers Gaveston Society. Anybody want to look into the Piers Gaveston Society and see if Sugi's surname appears there anywhere? Downing Street has declined to comment on the book, but a conservative source said Number 10 did not recognize any of the allegations made on the front page of Daily Mail. What is the Piers Gaveston Society? Piers Gav is highly exclusive, made up of made up of a self-selecting group of 12 undergraduates, the Men Only Club, named after the alleged male lover of Edward II, King of England from 1307 to 1327, was founded in 1977 and carries the motto. I'm not reading that out. It translates to truly, none remember hearing of a man enjoying another so much. Oh, this is just nasty shit. You fucking blue European fucking blue bloods and your fucking weird fucking sexual shit. Sick fucking pigs. Laura Rader says UK is full of sheep shaggers and pighead fuckers. that might violate the fucking. You might be getting extradited now, Laura. God damn it. Mendo Love says she's set to return to court. She pled innocent. Should have seen her face when they told her they have body cam footage. Who are you talking about? Is that the Mendo Love says they take racial abuse really seriously in the UK. Australian women's soccer captain was charged and was going through court for racial comments aimed at a police officer. Laura Rader says, true story about David Cameron fucking a pig's head. Look it up. That's what we just did. Logan Sandman says, another secret society? It's amazing what politicians get into in college. Oh, man. Sugi, is it a Scottish blue blood tradition to fuck a pig's head? Did Mummy encourage you to join such types of societies? Carpelot says that was Sugi's motto. Logan says, let's buy Glenn Cicero a ticket to England. A fucking one-way. Jesse VR says it's the boarding school at 7 that warps them. Cartblot says all these blue boars have wives as beards. Wives are for breeding. Whores are for fucking. Right, shoe guy? I'd also like to remind everyone that I'm supposed to be embarrassed by this photograph of myself. I'm not at all. I might as well make fun of myself, right? Boom! Coated fat. Fat boy coated. Actually not that heavy there. I mean, I'm definitely heavier than I look in that photo. I was about $185, maybe close to 190. I'm down to, I was on the scale today, 164.5. Logan Sandman says we can buy him 3 at Florida Beach Girl. He might need some help getting down the aisle. We could buy him multiple seats. We would just get him the seat right as you come up on. Oh, fat coated, where have you gone? Damn it. Miss Mandy is with us. Right when I show my fat picture, Miss Mandy shows up. Hmm. Where are we at? We're at an hour 30. All right, let me do the all right, we'll start back up with Black Water by the Doobie Bros. Florida Beach Girl, I'm fat in that picture. Like by my standards, I'm definitely fat. I've been at least 10 pounds under ideal weight for the majority of my life. I did have a little fat in my 30s, my early 30s, but I got over that real quick. And then after my that is an awesome song, Mandy. After my car accident, I packed on a lot of fucking weight. You want to hear Tony again? All right, one more.
We're in the land of the toxic poo. I feel like
That's a rather ironic thing to say in this context. All right, okay. Yeah, I kind of think that coded is he claims he claims based on coded's public you don't need to be telling the truth about coded. But all I am saying is that coded. That's how it seems to me, but I could be proven wrong.
Look forward in the future to more variations of the Tony shit. I can make that motherfucker say just about anything, including that he went down on Demon. We'll play it once again after the intermezzo. I'm going to take a quick break here. Got a little more cake for you. Have cake or death, if anybody knows that Eddie Izzard comedy skit. Cake or death? We'll take the cake. I'll have the cake. That's how the Church of England got people to convert. Cake or death? Logan Sandman says, I'm calling Tony Skippy from now on. He sounds like a skipping record. Florida Beach Girl says, you must never play with the poo. Oh, hold on. I want to get Mirrors. Who is DYK lowercase e? Who is that? The only, let me get this down so we can see that shit. The only person blocked at the moment is Gloopy. So I don't know who DYKE is. I don't even, is that code for somebody? I don't know what the fuck's going on. If you can be more specific, I'll check and make sure that person isn't blocked. Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. Now I'm hungry. Key lime pie. I have a restaurant. That's one of my accounts that has the best fucking key lime pie you've ever fucking had. They give you a thin slice of lime with it and a big shot of whipped cream on top of it. And if you squeeze the lime into the whipped cream, not only do you get key lime pie, but you get lime whipped cream. It is fucking heaven. I'm not a big fan of lime either, but that key lime pie is the best I've ever fucking had. It's not super sweet. I fucking love it. And they have a loaded baked potato that when I worked this restaurant a couple days a week, and every time I'm there, I have a loaded baked potato with a pile of steamed broccoli and an ear of steamed corn on the cob. Fucking crazy good. The word LOL, Lesso Dyke. Oh, you can't. What? You can't type Dyke in the. Hold on, let me check that. YouTube rejected your comment. This usually means they think it's spam. Yeah, you can't type Dyke in the chat. I thought it was somebody's name. Thank you, Florida Beach Girl. Sometimes it takes me a moment to get up to speed. Yeah, it wouldn't let me enter it either. Hopefully I didn't get myself banned from posting in my own fucking chat. Florida Beach Girl says, it's a word, Coded. It's a word. Thank you. At least you're not screaming at me like Laura and Cart do. All right. A little more cake intermezzo. Be back in, I think, 6 or 7 minutes. I'm going to have a quick cigarette, and I may have a half joint pre-smoked. If I don't, I will be refraining from the marijuana. Here we go. Cake.
Such a sin to linger with the magazines. I want a chocolate bar or maybe something sweet. I want a stranger with your face, so I followed her to this place. It's been so long, I've been around the world. I say hello to Howie, say hello to Spike, 'cause the canals in Camden are filled with bottles tonight. I put them there to watch the ripples fade away, to feel the rain upon my head, and so I could say I've been around the world. How I wish I was in your apartment tonight, to hear the rain come down, down upon your roof, to see you clothes beside your bed, to lie and listen to your breath. Instead of I've been around the world. I was in your bed tonight, to taste the salt upon your neck, to feel your body pressing down on me. Instead of I've been around the world. Yeah, I've been around the world.
lonely girl betrayed you, boy. What did you do with your wisdom? Well, you love that girl again. Love that girl again. Now who you got to blame for your trials and tribulations? What did you do when you found the man who wanna store your good girl? Well, you cut him up and down. Heard you cut him all around. Now who you gotta blame for your trials and tribulations? Well, I tried to tell you, but you run and hide down by the riverbed. Stay drunk all night. There weren't no lady, but a scorpion. You're just another rabbit on the run. When they drag you to the courthouse, boy, what did you do with your wisdom? Well, you cursed the judge again. Cursed the judge again. Who you gonna blame for your trials and tribulations? I tried to tell you, but you run and hide down by the trestle bridge with a 45. There weren't no lady, no, it's a scorpion. You're just another rabbit on the run. You're just another rabbit on the run. You're just another rabbit on the run.
And now, demons, just another rabbit on the run. Even Sugi's a little rabbit on the run now, too. Why are you hiding, Sugi? Come on out, Sugi. Come out. Mummy doesn't want you to hide, Sugi. Mummy wants you to defend the family name. Mummy didn't spend all this money, Sugi, to get you privileged so you could hide in some shit shack with crappy hinges in the backyard with maybe men dropping hot deuces on your chest. Run, rabbit, run. Sugi, you fucking twink boy. All right, let's get into this little recent statement by Shizz. Little shit Shizz.
Agree with Shizz slightly. I think the coterie is dangerous.
I'm dangerous. I'm dangerous to you. I'm dangerous to you there, GED below me, Tony. Definitely dangerous to you. I will expose how stupid you and are.
Potentially. I will agree that he doesn't pose.
Who isn't potentially dangerous? Any man, given the right circumstances, can lash out and be violent. Except maybe a fucking little hamster in a habit-trail twink like you, Tony. Tony, when I go to Australia, I'll let you know I'm there. And you can meet me at your favorite coffee shop, and I'll buy you a fucking soy milk latte, you fucking pussy.
That he doesn't.
Yeah, but I
presently
could
seem to pose a
potentially
direct-
be president. So should I start raising money now?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the point. I think that he is potentially an extremely dangerous individual indeed. He's got some serious mental health issues.
You know what's dangerous, Tony, is a fucking amateur like yourself proclaiming that any person has potentially dangerous mental issues. You're a fucking idiot. You're just a fearmonger, you fucking pink racist. You're so angry that I pointed out your inherent racism months ago and you still can't fucking get over it. That's the danger I pose to you, is I'll call you the fuck out for being stupid, you GED psychology fucking retard.
But none of that in any way justifies this. This could have gotten Coded hurt. It could have gotten Coded's family hurt. It could have gotten innocent bystanders hurt.
I worry about the innocent bystanders, Tony. I don't worry about me or my family. We have the Holy Spirit to protect us. You're a godless fuck. You should pretty much be afraid of everything, Tony, which you are, which is why you're a pink-skinned fucking hamster who lives in a sterile fucking habit trail. Pussy.
First responders hurt. It could have gotten the people who were incited to action hurt.
Yeah, this
and
shit
when
is
I
a
say
threat to the
hurt, I
community.
mean either physically harmed or killed.
Nobody's getting killed, Tony. Shut the fuck up, you retard. You're so afraid. Hi, I'm Tony. I have a PhD in geophysics, and I'm really afraid of this guy Coded. Logan Sandman said, if Coded is so dangerous, call the police. You know his name and address. Quit pontificating on the fucking internet. I couldn't agree with that more, Logan. Jesse VR says, the hate for Coded turns them all to clowns. It's just words on the internet.
This could have resulted in multiple fatalities. And so it is in no
Multiple fatalities. Listen to fucking Blow Me Tony and his fucking bullshit.
way justified activity. There is no possible moral defense of this. It is, in my opinion, illegal to do this in many jurisdictions. And even if it isn't illegal in this particular case, it is certainly grotesquely immoral.
Shizz, if you started telling me it was your mammy's birthday, I'd raise money for you.
Oh, you don't need to. I can get her stuff, even though she deserves the world.
I'd help.
But
take
why
her
should
out
you
to a
have to?
nice
Why
steak
should you have
dinner.
to get her anything when you have an entire audience that can get it for you?
Exactly.
No, that's what that's not what I'm on YouTube. That's what bothered me too. So after I got the messages, I called Demon back into voice for a new asshole again. And and I was asking him about it, and most of his apology was how it's going to affect my channel or his channel or other people's channels. And I'm like, you're not getting, someone could have died. His justification was that he was across the ocean and he wouldn't get in trouble. I'm like, oh, but somebody could have fucking died. Who gives a fuck about your YouTube?
Oh, you're going to get in trouble, Demon. Don't you fucking worry about that. You're going to get in trouble.
I mean, he's a leprechaun. He's supposed to have money, isn't he?
I mean, I'll take your
I just
mammy
want-
out for a nice steak dinner, and then I'll even call
Never
her
call
back
you?
after that. I'll call her back after that. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I'll say one thing about this, okay? Because I've been on YouTube now for a little more than 6 years, and
Let me play that again.
cool, cross the line. I'm out. Well, one, it wasn't me who posted it. Two, he's a danger to himself and the community at large.
Like, really? No, he's
that's
not.
why I like Burns.
I'm definitely not a danger to myself. I'm definitely not a danger to the community. Shizz got that right. But that's where you should have stopped talking, Shizz. Go on. Say some more.
Not cool.
He's not. Like, in fairness, Coded is a queef in the breeze. If you stand there and smell it, it's going to stink. But if you just take a step to the side, you won't even know it's there.
Shizz's pussy fart smell? You got a stanky vag, Shizz? Is that why you couldn't keep 6'8" around?
He's literally nothing. He's not a threat to himself or the community at large. He's a threat to your fucking egos.
See, Shizz nailed it. That's exactly what I am. I'm a threat to their egos. I'm a threat to your ego too, Shizz. That's why you spent so much time, so much effort, and spent so much money checking my background and getting reports on me, having your boy G2, Ned Flanders, Greg Brady driving around Atlanta, going to courthouses and getting physical records, right? He's the guy that did it, right? It's your ego that's threatened, Shizz. That's why you put so much effort into getting my information so you could give it to your mush-brained fucking simps, and then some douchebag like McAddix doxed my name, which he got from you. And then Demon and Caruso intentionally, Caruso probably didn't even read the fucking report. He just repeating like a fucking parrot. And Demon and Caruso are running around telling people I beat up my parents and my parents have a restraining order against me and I beat up my mother. All fucking lies, which you sat there, Shizz, and let go by, go by, go by, go by. Now that you're too deep in the shit, now you have to start correcting it. But for months, you didn't say a fucking word. You let Demon and you let Caruso fucking lie about me. So it's your ego that first got pierced, Shizz. That's why you went to all this fucking effort to make me non-anonymous because you thought it would change the way I talk. Has it? It hasn't. You're a shitty fucking person, Shizz. You're the one that jeopardized all the shit you're talking now about people's safety. You're the one that jeopardized it all when you put time, effort, money, and other resources into getting my information so you could dox me to your inner circle and they could dox me to the public. And Shizz, if I hold these fuckheads into court, they would give you up in a fucking heartbeat to save their own fucking skins. You're the one that I'm a threat to. I'm a threat to your ego, Shizz. I'm a threat to GED Tony's ego. I'm a threat to Demon's ego. I threatened the Dairy Maid's ego. I threatened McAddix's ego. You're the fucking ones with the tender fucking soap bubble overinflated sense of self-importance, aka your egos. You described yourself perfectly, Shizz. Let's hear you one more time.
Cool. Cross the line. I'm out. Well, one, it wasn't me who posted it. Two, he's a danger to himself and the community at large.
Like, really? No, he's not.
That's why I like Burns. Not cool.
He's not. Like, in fairness, coded as a queef in the breeze. If you stand there and smell it, it's going to stink. But if you just take a step to the side, you won't even know it's there. He's literally nothing. He's not a threat to himself or the community at large. He's a threat to your fucking egos. It's words on a screen, guys. What you should never do, especially in a constitutional carry state, is encourage people to go to people's houses.
The world is fucking crazy right now. Like,
I'm going to disagree with Shizz slightly. I think that coded is dangerous, potentially. I will agree that he doesn't pose, that he doesn't.
Yeah, but I
presently
could
seem to pose a
potentially
direct-
be president. So should I start raising money now?
Yeah.
Shizz, you have zero potential to be president, you fucking idiot. You're too mush-brained to be president. You have zero potential to be president, so don't worry about saving money for that. Save money for your fucking tattoos and shit that you got instead of buying your son the corrective lenses he needed so that as he grew, he wouldn't be vision impaired. You fucked that up too. Mirrors 420 DAC says it's easier if coded just shows it. Perusing Discord is boring. I would show all the shit they have on me, but I don't know what they fucking have. And the worst of it, I've openly talked about, and I don't think Shizz can even get that shit. You're mad about what I said while you let Caruso run through Skeptics Discord on a regular basis and tell people I beat up my mother when you knew, you've already admitted, you knew that none of that was fucking true. And you said you told everyone that those records should never see the light of day, but you let Demon and fucking Caruso lie about it for months. You're a fucking flip-flop hypocrite, Shizz. What happened is exactly what you wanted to have happen and what you intended to have happen when you gave psycho douchebags like Demon, Caruso, and a bunch of your other fucking mush-brained fucking taint-licking simps access to that fucking information. You're an irresponsible little shit, Shizz, and your irresponsibility is going to come back on you sometime in the future. You're going to fuck up with the wrong person. I'm not saying I'm going to do anything. I'm saying if you continue to behave the way you behave, because it's not difficult to figure out, you're the one calling the fucking shots. I'm not responsible for what other people do. You're right, you're not. You are responsible for providing them with the information and encouragement to do what they do. And now you're finding out what a psycho nutcase Demon is, which I've known. All the shit you're finding now, Shizz, I've fucking known. But if I put it out, everybody's going to say, oh, it's just shit that he made up. So I let you fucking do it. Thank you. Victor B says shit still has the screenshot with Coded's full name up in her Discord. Mistake? I'm sure she does. I don't really fucking care. I'll care if something happens to my wife or my son. Even shit talk to them. I'll fucking care, Shizz. And you will be the one I hold accountable for it. All this started over a year ago with the Welsh News Network, Jimmy Finch starting to call my wife a barmaid, a slut, and a whore, and then the mail order bride shit and the rest of the shit. If my wife ever comes to me and asks me about that shit, someone will get beaten with a stick. Go report that, you fucking cunt. Open that fucking door. Go report shit, Shizz. Your daddy's a Boston cop. Go report shit. Does your fucking daddy know what you do, Shizz? Is that why he's too embarrassed to fucking show up with you on a fucking live stream? Daddy ain't ever gonna fucking stream with you, Shizz, because you're a fucking embarrassment. Mando Love 704 says, again, Shizz, what's the difference between weed and pussy? It's good to smell weed from across the room. They do eat their own. You're 100% right, Bandit. They're going to fucking eat fucking demons soon. Mirrors 420 says, what's loyalty, Bandit? Apparently nobody on Shizz's side of the equation knows what it is. AP says, why bring kids into it? Exactly. Why'd you bring my wife and my son into it? You're as much a part of that as the fucking Welsh News Network was, Shizz. You're not even on the same continent. Let me know when you can hold a fucking partner for more than a fucking year, Shizz. You fucked demon. Oh, you fucking skank. This is what fucked demon. This right here. This is what fucked demon. Blah. Blah. Alan Killian says, Sugi and bubble wrap, Shizz and summer's breeze. Victor B, they are developing a professional attitude toward bullying. Florida Beach Girl says, Shizz is doing damage control. Without her, Demon would have had no way to do what he did. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Bandit says to Mirrors, loyalty is being solid to a little old lady that smacked you around the other day. I seriously haven't seen a beating like that since RK. I have no idea what you're referring to. Mirrors says in English. That was mildly incoherent, Bandit. Too inside for baseball, buddy. AP says it's crazy to see how Shizz is evolving from a shy nobody that just giggled on Masshole to a mother hen. Those were simpler times. So yeah, I mean, it's sad who you are, Shizz, and the way you fucking do shit. All right, let's finish up the Welsh News Network fallout that we started the other day. There was some Sugi shit in here that I wanted to address. Let's see if I can remember what it was.
Me and Jim French were not good friends.
Yeah, you were.
We were.
Oops.
How to turn a chilly 50-degree room into a comfortable 73 degrees in 90 seconds.
He scratched his balls allegedly and then sniffed it. So he's called Ball Scratcher.
Oh no, someone in the chat, dumbass. Don't call Jim a dumbass. That's not very nice.
Yeah, don't call me a dumbass. If you want to call,
Must be Shizz.
used to be good friends. We split over the Dan issue and other issues.
You guys broke up?
Okay, I want to set the record straight right now. Me and Jim French were not good friends.
Yeah, you were.
We were internet friends who talked.
When I started going after Dan and the panel started responding to me instead of Dan, and I started picking them off one by one, Shizz came to me and was like, just focus on Dan, leave the rest of them alone. Don't give Jim Finch a hard time. Jim's loved at Mass Hall. I'm like, oh, fuck Jim Finch. That fat little loser lives with his fucking mommy. He's my age. He's never lived anywhere but with his mommy. Oh, Jim won't eat ice cream for the year. Bullshit. Fucking retards.
Once in a while, we were not good friends. Demon tries to make a joke and allude we were dating. I assure you, Jim is far too old and underemployed for that position, and that position's already been filled currently.
Here's an odd thought, Shizz. Here's an odd thought for you. And it's something I've always thought about, and you'll know this because we've maintained contact despite being ostensibly on different sides of several fences.
There's no sides. Okay.
Why? Well, no, being side of a fence, yes, there is. There's a front and the back of a fence. Come on. But seriously for a second. Dan kept burning bridges, and I could never understand why. And I thought, well, that's just the way he treats people, or that's the way he interacts with people. I'm Switzerland. I try and remain as neutral as possible and take both sides of it. But he kept burning bridges. So,
Shug, you were never fucking neutral. You jumped to Dan's defense the minute I started calling him out. You made up all kinds of fucking excuses for him. Keep hiding, Shuggy. It's the smart thing for you to do is fucking hide.
we were always sort of the in hindsight, it's only coming to view now. This is me thinking out loud. We were on the outskirts of everything. We were never part of anything because Dan kept burning bridges.
No, it's not because Dan kept burning bridges. It's because you're all a bunch of fucking retarded dullards who did nothing but talk about your pervertedness and then project your own pervert desires on Chili DeCastro, making fun of his dick size, taking it in the ass, all that shit. And when that shit gets talked about you twinkish little fuck who likes to have hairless bottomed males drop a steamy deuce on your fucking chest, you submissive fecal freak. You cry like a fucking bitch. But you're like Shizz, Sugi, in the fact that you stand behind the fucking bully squad because you're a pussy.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, I understand. And I mean, it's a tactic that we see a lot. You have to demonize the people who are speaking out against you so that you maintain your people.
Odd.
Hellson, don't sexualize the bitches.
Here she is, sitting in her chair at her desk, filling herself with coffee in tiny hands. Next.
Oh God,
sorry.
who's hitting me up with screenshots? Is this juiciness? Oh, is Welsh's Discord talking about me? Oh, they are. It would be a shame if I have all the screenshots expeditiously. It's crazy how that happens. I'm not even
It's time to
use right now.
Time to use a red.
I want to finish this damn video. I'm determined. I usually don't live stream much more than an hour.
Oh, we weren't. We were friends.
It's starting to feel
and
weird.
Okay. Here's saying that online.
We weren't. No.
I heard that. I heard it.
Yeah, here it comes. But
we'll be using that later.
Shizz, my number has not changed. If you want to talk after this, give me a call. I tried.
I don't want to talk to you.
At work. I will say that. I was calling to clear the air. So if you want to clear the air after this, then go ahead. I apologize to you directly for anything that has happened. I was trying to keep things under control last summer when freaking Dan was going into my server every day trying to ban you and change your name. So I ended up giving up on my Discord server. My Discord server is famous because there's an auto mod on to discourage.
Did you give up on it? Because I'll put the screenshots in my Discord of when I came to you and said, why am I timed out in your Discord for posting evidence of...
This bitch can't have a fucking conversation or an interaction with a person without fucking recording every of it. And then she selectively eliminates her antagonisms and only puts up the responses that come back to her fucking bullshit talk. Here's evidence of it. Victor B says, hashtag don't sexualize me. Hashtag gag on my cock. Which Shizz says the gag on my cock routine isn't sexual, it's dominance. That's rape, Shizz. The sexual organ shoved into someone's mouth without them wanting it there. That's called rape. That's not dominance. That's fucking rape. Dipshit. Don't sexualize the bitches.
Dan's statements, and your response was that you weren't home and you were going to figure it out, and then you tried to play some fuck troll shit and it didn't work out too well for you. So, but you keep taking money that man fucking grifted off of people. That's cool.
People from taking part because it's just a server setup.
How does that not apply to Sugi? He was there too. You're just pushing it on Jim Finch. Why? Because Jim Finch did an independent fundraiser. Same as Tad, same as, there were other people, the Ray thing and fucking can't get laid. He's so fucking fat and sweaty. What's his name? Fucking, oh my God, I can't remember the fucking guy's name. He's so insignificant. The dude that plays with fucking voodoo dolls. Fucking weirdo. So they did a fundraiser for Jim's paper. Jim took that money. The fundraiser was for him. How is that? How does that make Jim a taker of the illicit proceeds from the charity donations, but yet you choose to exclude Sugi from that? You got to apply it to all of them if you're going to apply it to any of them. And you don't have any proof of that shit, Shizz. Like you say, you got to have the fucking receipts before you make the accusations. Unlike me, because I was right about everything I said about those fucktards. Show me something I said I wasn't right about. I'm even right about Sugi wanting hairless bottom men to drop a deuce on his fucking chest because he's a fecal freak fucking weirdo. That's why they're always talking about shit play, Chili getting it in the ass, all that fucking shit they talked about. Sugi was right there talking about it too. And now Sugi's with a racist fucking Welshman, a new guy, Mark the Sarcastic Micropene, and Sugi's over there fucking perverting it up, same as he did at the fucking Welsh News Network. That's the thing, is Sugi was a pervert posse guy at the Welsh News Network. You want to say he's a victim of Dan and all that shit, but then after the Welsh News Network implosion, Sugi slips over to Mark the Sarcastic Micropene's YouTube stream and continues with the same weird sexually perverted behavior and lying about other YouTube creators, like Reagan Benson murdered 2 homeless men to get their money, that kind of fucking shit. He's still doing it. Nothing changed with Sugi. But you're giving him a fucking pass. And dope fucking GED phony baloney Tony is giving Sugi a pass and became his fucking apologist for a while. You guys are fucking dumb, and you keep backing the worst of the worst. Dan was a fucking patsy. Sugi was running the fucking show over there. Sugi took Demon not to Dan's home address, but to a place where Dan hung out a lot. Sugi knew a lot more about Dan than he's fucking letting on. And when Sugi took Irish Demon and his thing that he's sleeps with, the thing that claims it has balls, when Sugi took the two of them there, Sugi made sure he was off camera at all fucking times. Because he's a fucking coward. He's a pussy boy fucking coward. And he jumped from fucking Demon, who rubbed his little fucking head and patted him on his tushy and said, "You're my fecal freak now, Sugi." And then Sugi jumped over to Mark the sarcastic micropeen and continued the same bullshit coverage and fucking sexual perverted shit that he was doing at the Welsh News Network. What's fucking changed? The only thing that's changed is you're Sugi's bubble wrapper now, Shizz. GED Tony.
Where it's taking links from Twitter or taking links from YouTube of all the auditors. So like,
Gia, I'm not an
post something,
attention hoe. I'm
it
an
will post it on my
attention
server, so
whore.
you
And
don't
if
have
you
to
want to talk
actually
shit in
post something
Welsh's
on YouTube.
Discord, I can
You know,
send you a link
go
and
to
you
my
can come
server,
talk
you
to me
click the thing, yeah,
directly.
Chili posted
You're in my
here's the link.
Discord.
So it
You can
wasn't
come
for
in and
your
voice
attention
anytime.
server, it was
Stop.
Shizz is so angry, so fucking angry at Gia. Only 30 days. I got to get a screenshot of that. Only 30 days or so later, after a few big dollar donos, Shizz was all about fucking palling around with Gia.
Stop sexualizing me, though. Thank you.
Stop sexualizing me.
All right.
Thank you. What did I do? Oh, shit. Motherfucker. Hold on. What happened? I did it again. All I want to do is make the screen get smaller. There we go.
All right.
Sorry, I am reading some of those screenshots.
Guadalupe says for $5, commercial break, cabbage is evil. Not when it's going in. This message is sponsored by Dear McCostello. Back to our regular schedule, Dan Roast.
I will agree that I don't know what she's referring to, but cabbage in itself, yeah.
I'll be right back. I got a frantic message. I have a bat. So, hold on. I'll be right back.
There's a bat
did I
flying
miss
around.
Poop
Yeah,
Phil showing his face? Dang it.
Oops, Poop Phil has to run. He's got a customer outside. Fucking meth selling retard.
He has done.
I will agree that I don't know what she's referring to, but cabbage in itself, yeah.
I'll be right back. I got a frantic message. I have a bat.
I just think it's funny.
There's a bat
It says just for future reference, folks.
language. Welsh is. So
When I was down in Aberfraw, like people, I know he's clearly Welsh because he speaks Welsh. And if you're not from Wales, there's Cornwall, I think.
okay.
I'm skipping
I think
ahead because I'm
my
getting
charity,
sleepy.
I forgive you. Like, I'll be real, like, I've always had a great relationship with Gia, and I know we had a little bit of a mini falling out.
I don't, apparently. I don't even know
we
this
were
chick, and she
we didn't
fucking
understand
hates
each other,
me.
And then we sorted it out, and I've never seen her go nasty to anybody. I'm like, I've never.
She gets nasty with me, Demon.
On that one.
Bro,
I think that's a joke about
what?
Shit. I'm not sure. But if it claimed that he was, I wouldn't be fucking surprised.
Not like if he was
because she hates Kate, and I'm apparently Kate. So
and the number would go up, but the number has stayed the same for months now. So I don't know.
I will say, okay, I want to comment on this part. Somebody had asked if they knew Dan was buying subs, yada yada. I will say there seems to be some sort of correlation between Miss Mandy being around a channel and that channel suddenly jumping up in subs that are clearly bought.
Cora, Shizz is saying I bought subs. Fuck you, Shizz. Prove it.
I'm not gonna.
The fucking promotion you, Demon, and all your bullshit did for me was fantastic. You literally nearly doubled my fucking subscriber base.
I'm gonna put that on Dan because I've noticed that pattern.
I asked that specific question because I don't know how YouTube works. I'm not a creator. I'm a member. And the claim that came back to me from him was that they had employed, which I didn't even know, Miss Mandy as a social media manager. and they've apparently you can run a campaign within YouTube where you buy additional reach. Does that make any sense? Do you see what I mean?
I guess, yeah.
So your videos get seen by a bigger number of people, your potential audience, and that's what he claimed to me. I know you can do it on Facebook because I've done it for various campaigns I used to be a part of in the US. You can buy additional reach. You're not buying subs. You're not buying views. You're buying the fact that this content will appear on more news feeds than it did yesterday. That was the excuse I got for why. And again, it was Manny doing it. She was the social media manager, which I think is BS anyway. But
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't assign that to Dan because that is very like she went around Codeds and all of a sudden Coded jumped up to 1,000. I think she.
While you and Demon were talking about me on the fucking rag, that's what popped up my fucking subscribers, dipshit. Give yourself the credit you deserve, Shizz. You inadvertently promoted me. Thank you.
Tries to assert her value by saying, oh, look, since I came around, your subs are up. I think she's doing that artificially for sure.
But also, I have an honest question for which I don't know the answer to. Is a sub count really that important? We covered at one point Gunner TV.
Nothing on the internet is really important because you can just shut it
That
off
is very
and it
true.
doesn't fucking exist.
That is true. But we covered Gunner TV's coverage of Chile. And Gunner has millions, I don't know, but millions of viewers. Personally, if I'm going through YouTube and I get a hit on a video that I like, to remember where it was, I will subscribe so I can go back to find it. I might never, ever go back to that channel again. But I've done it once, and therefore I am a tick in someone's box, so to speak. So I wonder how many of that jump was around the Gunner TV. We got some people coming in for that who hit subscribe just to remember the channel and then never come back. I don't know.
I mean, if you look at the numbers, it does seem very artificial the way it jumped.
Probably, but again, I have no knowledge. I don't know. I don't know how you buy it.
My opinion, given the evidence, is that when Miss Mandy gravitates a channel, it gets botted. It gets purchased subscribers and views. But okay, I want to get through this. I want to get to Jim admitting that they knew everything.
Like in, I think, October, he started doing shorts, which brought in a lot of people. He started doing those damn movies, those old movies, which I think is why we got in trouble. They were supposedly, like Steve Miller, I don't know.
An answer for him. It's just, I suppose the question was, were you aware that he was? And
no,
okay. All right, that's fair enough. Benji for $5 says, why be friends with a scumbag? Why support scumbaggery? Or as
Hey, look, Mears has the right to his opinion. He's getting, I feel, ganged up on a little bit. Let's not just jump on people. I love you all the same.
As we call it in Ireland, horse cockery.
Everybody's got that friend who's an asshole, but he's your friend.
No, I don't support scumbags.
I got a few friends that are assholes. I definitely wouldn't support that kind of stuff myself, even if it was my friend and he was an asshole. But it's it's your question and answer, I guess. So So Susie Y asked, when was Irish Demon on Welsh News Network? You just go and look for the live stream that has the most fucking views. I know I was on. What was it, last week or was it
last Friday?
It was a week ago Friday. Yeah.
And he wasn't there. Friday. Remember that?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, because Dan wasn't there that night.
Yeah. That's why it was so much fun.
Like Jim trying to shit on Dan like he wasn't just licking his gooch yesterday. It was crazy.
Look at me. I am the Dan now.
You mean the way you're about to shit on Demon on Friday as if you weren't licking his gooch a couple days ago? Come on, Shizz. You fucked the guy. Then you lied about it. Then you told all of us in fucking Discord. There are plenty of people in my side chat who heard it on the lemon squeeze. You yourself, you said he gave you apps and orgasms. Because I questioned you privately about it, because you had told me for a year you never fucking slept with the dude. You're a fucking liar, Shizz. You lie about a lot of shit.
No, I went in, I put my bollocks on the table and said, fuck you, this is my show for the next 2 hours. And then I pulled what I pulled, and that's why I did it. I was like, I'm going to go in and wipe my ass all over your squeaky chair and then do what I'm about to do. And that's what I did.
If he did that in my car, it'd be trouble.
About it. That decision wasn't made lightly. I was genuinely concerned about the fallout. That's why I reached out to people. I talked to people. I've been talking to people as much as I can. and I will answer questions for people who are confused or maybe want to know what my motives are or whatever. What I won't put up with though, I'll put up with being called an asshole until I can kind of explain whatever, right? But what I won't put up with is being disrespected, because what I say to people is, don't say something to me on the internet that you wouldn't say to my face and expect me to act in a different way. And that's fair, you know what I mean? Yes, I go after people, but I try to treat them with respect as much as I can. But, you know,
my whole thing with the, you attack people thing is like,
That's what you do, Shizz. You do. You literally attack people by harassing them unrelentingly. Hey, I just wanted to nip the side chat where it was going in the bud before it became an argument. But like I've said many times in the past, you guys do what you think is right for you to do and express yourself in the way you think is correct for you. I made a request. I'm not telling anyone what to do. Florida Beach Girl says good night to all. Good night, Florida Beach Girl. Have a good sleep. We'll see you again next time. Probably tomorrow. Oh, I'm also thinking about, I haven't done anything on the NTFG SFW. So throw a 1 in the chat if you would like to see some of the archived material. The broadcast we did over a year ago might be a good way to bring new listeners over to Coded Friend. I'll run them with I'll run little 30-minute premiere videos with a little bit of commentary on shit that we did, like 2 years ago, some of the funnier stuff. And, I'll try to get you a little more content that way. A couple of 1s in the side chat. I'll do it.
Like, hell yeah, I'm going to shit down the throats of bad people. I will bullies all day. I don't care.
You're one of the bullies. You start shit. Like, unless the whole Stan thing and the shit with Demon is just a big elaborate troll, you've been bullying Stan for quite a while. You did the same thing with me. You did the same thing with Mandy. I mean, the bullying and harassing of Mandy is where I was like, I don't really want to have fucking anything to do with you guys anymore. She obviously has a fucking mental issue, and you were directly hitting that. I mean, she has an issue with overreacting to shit, and then Demon's doing fucking fake tough guy troll videos that he's down the street from her house about to knock on the door, and then you got an over the top reaction, and you're like surprised at how she reacted. I wouldn't waste a bullet on your fat ass, Demon. I would punch the fucking lights out of you, you fat fuck.
That doesn't yeah, exactly. Don't be mad when people shed light on shitty behavior, because again, at the end of the day, I get so passionate about this stuff is because I'm talking to people who are directly affected by it. I talked to someone who went without so they could give Welsh money.
Mares, I'm the same way. Don't push your luck in here though. Fucking shit kicks off really quick. Play nice with each other, please. We're like a family now. We've been together for like 2 years, most of us.
Money for a charity, and money never fucking went there. So I think everyone should be on board with calling out shitty behavior. We should be protecting each other from this type of behavior because it's not right.
You do it, Shizz.
Video?
About an hour. I have it on 2 times speed.
Half an hour.
Let the record reflect. I do not.
I'll pull that clip for tomorrow. Wow, Sugi was able to come up with a correct answer. An hour worth of time left at double speed. Half an hour. Well, Sugi's not as dumb as everyone thought he was. He can divide by 2.
I do support devil's cabbage, not actual vegetable cabbage. I got you. So I can't buy regular cabbage, only weed. It'll be hard to adhere to, but I'm sure I can manage.
No, you're
as a furry, we do not claim this not bot. Yeah, there a lot of people have claimed he's a furry, and Becky has confirmed that the furries don't claim him.
Tough one now.
The furry shit is actually a rumor started by the Dairy Maid, and I definitely perpetuated it.
It's a tough one. I think you kind of walked right into that one. Says, you're on here admitting the show sucked when Dan was on. Why did you continue to stay on his panel? That's a very fair question, because I thought it sucked when he was on there too. Just being
yeah, but most of the nights it sucked, I wasn't on. Remember, I have nights off, and most of the time I would leave when it was nights of puppies and kitties and whatever.
Okay. So you weren't there for the sucking?
No, I wasn't there for the sucking or the blowing. Sorry. But on nights where I produced.
Why does it always have to be sexual, you dry dicks? Jesus Christ.
Drunk girl or...
Why does it always have to be sexual, you dry dicks? Why can't you refrain from it while you're bitching about it? Jesus, Shizz.
Stupid criminal or
so frustrating
or whatever. Sometimes it was old Chili, since Chili's been in jail. So we'd at least have something to watch that was interesting that we could make fun of.
I bet he was really like, it was like a bittersweet thing, I think, for him when Chili got jailed, because he was like, yes, this is going to be a great show, but also, oh, fuck, I've got nothing to talk about for the next 3 months.
Yeah, it's been painful with Here's the Deal. I can't stand that guy. It's just so boring.
Like they would eat it, Lupe?
You know, in fact, when you came on, we had protection services up because that's all we had, because that's all that was going on that night. And when you came up, I was so happy just because I had just done 8 hours of Karen Reed. I was tired, and I knew that once you started talking, that would be 2 hours. That would fill the whole 2 hours, and we wouldn't have to do Here's the Deal. I suspected you were up to something, but I would rather listen to you than listen to Brian from Here's the Deal.
I would rather listen to a cat
because you're much more
get attacked by a Fisher cat.
Here, you are way more entertaining than Here's the Deal or Chili DeCastro.
Fair point. I can't argue with that. What is drunk girl stuff? Because I don't know what that is.
That's just the videos of people being arrested.
That's the young girls scantily clothed that are being arrested for DUI that you guys perv out about at the WNN, you fucking weirdos. Logan, I'm not going to be commenting on my comments. There's a lot of shit that could have been commented on that I let go by, and in reflection, there's probably, now that all this shit is actually out in the open, there's probably a lot more that could be commented on those old broadcasts.
The DUIs, usually when they're drunk, they do something funny.
Then I'm the girl for you.
Yeah, kind of funny. You know, I can summarize.
It's a standard time filler if there's nothing else going on. We use them on the Karen Reed coverage. The big deal is the audience likes to guess the BAC. You know, at the end, the surprise reveal of the BAC comes up. I don't know. People like that stuff. Just like we
10 people like that shit.
We take bets as to how many sidebars there are of the day, and the winner gets to go back in time and collect a new car from Chili.
Yeah, the drunk girls thing is mostly semi-naked with younger women.
Cordova with Corinthian leather.
Yes, 1978.
For the sheer Australianism that I've just immediately spotted here in this one. So you've given yourself away because this is as Australian as you can. It says, let's cut the crap. And I'm going to be honest with you, this part is not nice. He says, you're a dog cunt. And now in Australia, I just want to clarify.
I agree, Mears. Burns is a fucking solid dude. He's lined up against me. He's been critical of me. Burns is a fucking solid dude. I miss him in the side chat.
That seems like an extremely harsh or things like that. So he says,
can I make it faster?
Now you're throwing him under the bus, loyal much.
Yes.
What say you would, sir?
Okay.
2 times.
We finally, just like everybody else, you're still finding out the story.
Yeah, but Mears, if you say if Burns is wrong, you'll call it. You say if Burns is right, you'll defend him. You just said you don't defend others. So I think you got sussed out on the contradiction. Not that it's a big deal, bro, but you're saying different than what you originally stated.
You haven't even heard my...
See how they walked you into it?
Is it going to be hard to follow in 2 times? I feel like my ADD is going to fuck up.
So
everything get confused.
Coming together, and it's conclusive. Like today, I learned something from watching the plot hole that would have impacted my friendship with him permanently if I had known that event had happened, like Johnny says it happens. And I do not have any, reason not to believe Johnny when he said that happened on that day. I wouldn't have even been on the show to begin with. So it depends on.
You don't have a reason not to believe him. You don't believe people. You ask for receipts. You're so confusing, Jim. You just fucking rolling around like a beach ball in the breeze, you fat fuck. Oh, God. Your damage control turned out to be damning, Finch boy. Let's take I want to take a little peek. I'll let this play. I'll take a little peek at how Finch boy is faring.
With a story this complex, and you will get it from the person I put you in touch with today who has actual documents.
It's not very complex. So you guys were all deceived, and even over an extended period of time, didn't realize it enough to walk away and stop facilitating the behavior. It's really not that hard to understand.
Okay. I suppose from what I'm seeing in the side chat, I won't bring it up specifically because I got this one up already. But
is that the official narrative, Shizz? Was that the start of the narrative that they were all deceived? None of them were deceived. They all knew exactly what the fuck was going on.
The general consensus, I'm just going to say, is like,
yeah, he wasn't very
with
nice.
all the red flags and the warnings over the past year or so, like, is it too little too late now that it's just because it's kind of come crashing down? Or do you understand where I'm coming from?
If it's too little too late, then I have to live with it and I have to make it right. But I mean,
Can I agree with that?
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm
Absolutely.
here.
I can agree with that.
I don't.
You have to
I don't
take
spend a lot of time
accountability for that.
online or on YouTube or on Discord or anything like that. Right? I'm just a peripheral person there for the laughs. So it's too little too late. It's too little too late.
Yeah, I mean, as what he said, I just go back to my old job, give this up. I'll find it in my old field. I care about certain people.
Go back to your old job. The one you got fired from, Jim. Jim, you can't even leave the fucking house. You're allergic to everything. You had no old job, Jim. Let's take a little peek at Jimbo Felches. Jim definitely bought subs. Jim has 2,930 subs. Look at this. On a live, Jim gets 59 views. Now, granted, the Roddy shit, it's probably Pope Phil, so that explains much of it. But here, look. Fun is not an option, really. 137 views. Suck It Phil Monday, 134 views. Gia wants to see your press pass, 143 views. The Great Pants Conspiracy, 74 views. Pope Phil 2 explains the eggplant, 65 views. How to clean a fuzzy electric eggplant with Pope Phil, 75 views. You should probably not do Pope Phil content anymore, Jim. You don't get any views on it. 80 views, 66 views, 126 views, 60 views. Jim, you got fucking almost 3,000 subs, you bought fucking retard. You're a dumb fuck, Jim. Nobody fucking listens to you, Jim. You're a bore fest.
Here, but what can I do if you're always going to say that's not enough? How much is enough?
I actually just going to come back to Aaron's question in a second, because in fairness, there are some good points here as well, right? So Simon Ross says, I was a Welsh News Network supporter up until recently too. In retrospect, I ignored a lot of red flags. And then Epiphanies, who's in a perfect position to say this because we've had this conversation with two of us as well, says lots of judgment from people who obviously haven't been manipulated by anyone before. And I think that needs to be remembered here as well. And I did say this openly.
You can be manipulated before, but like, I don't care how manipulated I've been. I will never help someone fucking con people. Not once. So, like, I mean, there's.
Well, I don't know. You did a lot of help for Demon until he got sussed out and exposed, and now you're backtracking and trying to take a shit on him. Take a shit on Sugi. He'll actually like it.
There's plenty of justifications and shields that we can use for this behavior, but at the end of the day, it was all grown adults that were facilitating this. And at the end of the day, there are real people that are now without funds that could have really helped them. So I don't want to hear excuses. I'll be the cunt. I don't care.
And I got a bit of shit for it. But charity was like, wait,
and face it, the $8,000 goal of forcing a tramp stamp on Dan, everyone should be behind that one.
I mean, I would do that. I would definitely do that, but I still would want it to be going to the actual charity. Otherwise I wouldn't do it. All right, on to the next one. We got Benji.
You'd want it to be going to the actual charity, right, Demon? Like you never fucking did. Just go watch your tattoo video for Limey, which you said you were going to have done by the end of the week, and then 6 months fucking later, you're doing it, and fucking your boy GED Tony is defending you and making excuses for you, that you're an impulsive guy who often says shit but doesn't follow through, aka a fucking bullshit artist. And then you did the fucking tattoo thing 6 months later, not by the end of the week. And you put up a link for an actual charity until it scrolled through the side chat. And then everybody was sending you fucking PayPal and super chats. You fucking loser bag of shit. Fuck. You monetized your friend's death. That's what kind of fucking scumbag you are, Demon. And PhD Tony is the kind of scumbag that sat there and defended that fucking behavior.
For $5 says, is there a way to check UK military service records? It's not easy or impossible here in the States. It's quite difficult. It's impossible in Ireland, pretty much. It's almost impossible. The UK, Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy there. There's let me see here now. It's not fair. There are genuine questions only, no, please. I appreciate you.
I have no knowledge of any OnlyFans.
No, that kind of stuff. Like if it's a Gen 7, 2 bolts. This is getting interesting. Damn fucking right it is. Thank you very much. Lana Hader says, Irish, to be fair, the Navy stuff, you say he spoke to his past friends, family, and they said he didn't. I believe it, but that's not technically proof until the friend or family says it themselves. So actually, funny enough, I covered this in the phone conversation. Deal of it. He made proof.
I'm just skipping through to see where the interesting parts are, because this is hurting me.
Dan wasn't in the Navy. If he was in the Navy, I might be able to get a document to say Dan was in the Navy. I can't get a document to all know him and be like, he clearly was
sorry,
in the
Spud.
Navy, like, because he doesn't know enough about it. It's obvious.
Yeah, to skip over the fucking Sugi verifying Dan's naval career.
He just went threat. So
yeah. Colin says Stephen asked to see his defense discount card. I've asked him for so many things, and he has provided absolutely nothing ever. This before this even broke, nothing. He refused point blank. I can't find the photo. I can't find this bollocks. David for $2 says, "Oh Jesus Christ! I think this was back when you were talking about the."
Oh god, and inadvertently that goddamn clown suit was John Wayne Gacy, and that fucking creeps me out. I got it off of Amazon. They said I.
Okay, so you say sexual statements as a character that you call a little kid, and you have a John Wayne Gacy clown costume.
And you say don't sexualize, and then you tell people to gag on your fucking cock. What's the fucking difference, Shizz?
That was creepy. That
was creepy. But you did it with him as his sidekick, the vampire Sugi, which sums you up, you blood-sucking fucking parasite. You did that with Jim for fucking almost 18 months. You played sidekick to Jim's pantless, dead, naked boy, lived with him in a cemetery. That was your character in the fucking skit, Sugi. Sick fucking pervert. Sugi's character was a parasitic vampire Uncle Sugi who lived with pantless minor Jimbo Felch's little Jimmy character in a fucking cemetery. That's not fucking creepy. That's creepy as fuck. That's as creepy as anything fucking Jim did.
It's all pretty creepy, Sugi.
Right. But it's for Sue the Count costume. I was driving south to go meet Irish, re-listening to that stream, and I almost crashed a couple of times. Have to say.
I just can't.
Look just like the serial killer John.
Where's the timestamp of when he friggin' admits that they knew for a year?
So I had a very serious medical thing go on.
Damn it. Okay. Admits that
that was creepy. That was just.
It's all pretty creepy, Sugi.
Right. But it's for Sue the Count costume. I was driving south to go meet Irish, re-listening to that stream, and I almost crashed a couple of times. Have to say. I
just can't.
Look just like the serial killer John.
Where's the time?
Re-listening to you playing Jim's fucking Uncle Sugi sidekick, Jim, the 17-year-old pantless dead boy who you lived with in a cemetery, according to the character background. You almost crashed a couple times listening to it. You should have crashed. You should have fucking killed yourself. Thankfully, it didn't happen, but, you know, it would have been apropos. Vampires, Uncle Sugi.
Stamp of when he friggin' admits that they knew for a year.
So I had a very serious medical thing go on.
Damn it. Okay. I'm going to share the link to that stream. I'm going to put it in the description because this is hurting my brain. But I suggest everyone goes and watches it anyway. It's a fascinating psychological study. And again, very common reactions that we see in these sorts of situations online when they all kind of blow up. Sugi, who the fuck is Alice, would like to know, you backed him being in the Navy, Sugi. What say you now? And I mean, I talked to you about this privately too.
Who the fuck is Alice? Getting a solid fucking question in. Nice job, love.
But
I'm horrified. I'm angry. I did some research. I found a D.M. Jones who served the Royal Navy.
Well, and so I'll point out for anyone that's not from like over there, Daniel Jones is a super popular name over there. So in trying to
this is not a defense. This is a reason why Sugi shouldn't have verified Dan's career, because Sugi, British Intelligence Corps, should have known better with the amount of fucking Daniel M. Jones's that wasn't a valid fucking data point. He needed more information, but that didn't stop Sugi from verifying Dan's non-existent military career, because Sugi was not out to find the truth. Sugi was out to find evidence that Dan could have been in the Navy, and then pronounced Dan's military career, which never existed, as being verified. You're a lying sack of shit, Sugi. And you're an intelligence guy, dipshit. That's why people fucking trusted you. Con man, fuck.
Research it unless you had very specific things. It's like we saw with Kaiser. Michael Kaiser, there is a Michael Kaiser that's actually a decorated veteran. It's not Murd Burglar, Michael Kaiser. But sometimes when you research these things, especially if you don't have very solid specific social security number, birth date, you can get mixed up. And from what I ascertained, Sugi did try to look into it, but there are a lot of Daniel Joneses. There was one that did serve, and you took that to be Dan.
I did. I mean, there were more than one, but the one I...
There were more, so, there were more than one. So another reason. The reason that Sugi took it was it matched vaguely Dan's story, which, you dumb fuck, Sugi. Do you think Dan just made it up out of the blue, or he patterned it after someone's actual career? Then if people went looking for him, they would find this Daniel M. Jones, which is not Daniel Meredith Epion Jones, your fucking grifting partner, dipshit, fuck, you retarded motherfucker.
Found that interested me was same branch, I'm an engineer, same rank on discharge, and approximately the same dates. So too many things in my stupid brain lined up. It wasn't just a Dan Jones or a Daniel Jones. So
It aligned with a story he told.
Correct. I now know why. Also, when it came to his service...
Explain why, Sugi, you fucking retard. Because a Welsh waterhead snookered you, you fucking moron, by patterning his story after an actual person's story. And you, the fucking goofy galoot that you are, like, oh, hey, look, I found a Daniel M. Jones that's just like Dan's story. Oh. You are a motherfucking idiot, or you're in on it, Sugi. Which one is it? It might be fucking both. This is just your cover story to cover for the fucking lie you told. You never showed any evidence. For all we know, there isn't a Daniel M. Jones that has anything resembling anything even close to what Dan said his military career is. What you have to do to believe Sugi is take Sugi on his word, and Sugi was paired up with a fucking panel of fucking liars for 18 months. Sugi never showed any proof of how he went and got this. He's just telling a cover story for himself. Mummy, could you please buy me some record entries, Mummy? I have to save the family reputation, Mummy. What, Mummy? Mummy, you're going to shit on me again, Mummy? Oh, Mummy, I like male shit, not your runny woman shit.
He had just enough stories and things to drop that it made sense to me. So he'd talk about he was on Nottingham, type 23, forget, can't remember. But I was on Argyle. He knew just enough, which I now remember and think when I look, that I could see that was public record. If you ask me about Argyle, you're going to get the stupid shit behind the scenes that no one knows. Things like that. I mean, we've been having in Discord story time recently where we just tell stupid stories about our service, not him, but other people. And we never talk about going to war. We never talk about shooting people.
Logan, 300K? That's what he stole? Holy fuck. I have to look that up now. He stole that much fucking money?
Talk about the sexy stuff. We talk about day to day, a 10-day crossing of South China Seas, stealing a garden gnome in Portsmouth and taking around the world with us. Things like that. So
all stories you had nothing to do with, Sugi. You're just repeating shit that happened that you were never a fucking part of it. Just like you're shot off a fucking schmooly flare in the fucking mess hall tent. Loser.
And actually, I remember watching a live where you guys were talking about military stuff, and you said something and he didn't know what you were talking about, and you even said you should know about that, or to that effect. And I was like, oh, Sugi's catching on.
No, I was. But again, I had my 3 points. Honestly, I served for
Sugi's catching on 18 months later. He had his 3 points. Where'd you put him up? Yes.
5 years ago. My memory of those times is addled in a couple of glasses of whiskey and several packs of cigarettes.
Cigarettes don't make you forget shit, Sugi. You must have been drinking a fucking lot if you can't remember your military career. It's pretty fucked up, dude. I was a pretty heavy drinker through my college days and my broker days. I remember the shit I did. I remember where I was. You can't? It's a lame fucking excuse that you're using the fucking drink to cover your fucking stupidity.
Even said you should know about that, or to that effect. And I was like, oh, Sugi's catching on.
No, I was. But again, I had my 3 points. Honestly, I served 35 years ago. My memory of those times is addled in a couple of glasses of whiskey and several packs of cigarettes. But there's enough there that I do know about X, Y, and Z. And what's that comment? No, he never said we served together. He said we could have crossed paths, and that is true. After I left, I went to several naval events.
It's not true that you could have crossed paths because Dan was never in the fucking Navy. You're still sticking to your fucking narrative, even now in May of 2024 when you knew he never fucking served. You're still adhering to your narrative. You could have crossed paths, you just said, Sugi. No, you couldn't have. He was never in the fucking Navy. Asshat fucking moron. Are you drinking now, retard?
Paths, and then no, he never said we served together. He said we could have crossed paths, and that is true. After I left, I went to several naval events where he could have been. Had he been Dan Jones, Marine Engineer, he could have been there. Absolutely could have been. And I can't prove or disprove that. Did I act?
We do very good research, don't we, Cart? And a couple others in the group, too. Very good. Very good. Finding things independently, dropping a hint or two, and then letting their findings without any overlap interaction be confirmed by other parties. We do a good fucking job, Cart.
Actually physically stand and talk to him at a party? No. I never said I did. And he never claimed I did either. So I feel, yes, I will take that on the skin.
A lot of this gets the water's really muddy because
it is.
Like Coded's been covering it and not just him specifically, but a lot of times when people are going over stuff like this, they're interjecting their opinion while they're giving the information.
Are you projecting what you do? Your filter's failing. You look a little pudgy there, fucking melon head.
And then some people take their opinion as part of the information. So I mean, it gets really murky.
That particular character is a huge part of my issue at the moment. There's so much vitriol coming out of his channel that we could have said that the earth is flat and the sky is purple, or the earth is round. He said, no, it's flat. No, the sky is actually...
You could have said the earth is round and the sky is purple. That's the kind of shit you were saying, Sugi, and we were debunking all of it. You fucking retard.
Pink. The moment we said something...
Oh, we weren't coddling you. We were confronting you. You wanted us to coddle you. We're not your mummy, Sugi. If you want to be coddled, Sugi, go see your mummy or that flatso fucking wife number 2 that you avoid like the plague to be in the back shed having fecal freak fun with your neighborhood boys.
I think Cody came out with the opposite opinion. And too much.
Shug, I didn't form opinions opposite of what you said. I looked into what Dan said, found the fucking truth, and presented not only the fact that Dan was lying, but the evidence that showed he was lying, aka the owner of the Menelvia. We showed you the Menelvia was listed on the internet as a boat for sale with the price of the boat and the fucking titled owner of the boat, and you made up excuses for him. Go fuck yourself, Sugi. Our vitriol was because you're fucking retarded and couldn't see the fucking obvious, and you got hit by the fucking truck, douche.
Much energy was spent because everyone then come and ask us questions about what Cody had said, and everyone would go to different channels. And you spend your entire life fighting off comments of someone that doesn't know what the hell they're talking about.
You didn't spend your entire life fighting off comments about someone talking about shit they don't know anything about. We held the truth. You made up lies. We constantly debunked your fucking lies. You're a liar, Sugi. You've been a liar from the fucking rip. You're a pervert, Sugi. You've been a pervert from the fucking rip. You're still lying. You're still perverting. Nothing's changed with you. Why are these people still fucking bubble wrapping your dumb fucking ass? You know why it is, Sugi? Because they think you're a fucking lemon ripe for the fucking squeeze. Demon was supposed to blackmail you, Sugi, but now he's got to get the fucking shit thrown on him. Who's going to blackmail you, Sugi? You're sitting there with him.
That you can't actually spend time doing what you want to do, which is, hang on, what did Dan say about that? Did I miss that? And I've had a week of this because Iris got hold of me a week ago. And that is why I decided to go down to Wales with him.
Die job.
And I wanted Dan to prove to me he served. And I feel he used my service.
Gia, don't you come in here?
Why do you want, Sugi, why do you want, Shizz is going to have a fucking Gia moment. But Gia's giving you super chats now, so everything's cool with Gia, right? Sugi, why would you want to go to Dan's house and have Dan prove he was in the military when you already verified his military career? Your cover story blows, Shug. You're just heaping lies on top of fucking lies. You went there to blackmail him, to shut him the fuck up, and you took fucking little Chihuahua boy Demon as your fucking muscle. And all Dad had to do was not answer the door. You said you saw him. You said you knew he was there. You said you saw him looking through the window. If Demon really was a fucking 1%er, whap, bam, that door would have gone fucking down. No knocking. No knocking on the door. It would have been knocking down the fucking door. Pussies. You're all a bunch of fucking pretend fucking pussies.
You're enjoying the drama whores, or wait, I'm not a drama whore. I'm just a hoe, right?
Hey, Gia.
Sometimes when your discords that you think I won't see, I get sent all the screenshots anyway. You've learned this before. I feel like do better.
But I want to go down to Wales on Wednesday with Iris. I wanted Dan to the one person that Dan could show any proof of his military service to, and know.
Do you think that he'll be receptive? Do you think that he'll speak to you guys?
I don't know. And the other thing that upset me was his bloody service ID card, his veteran's ID card.
Sugi's the one person who could verify that Dan was in the military. If Dan showed him pay, you already verified he was in the military, you dumb fucking retard. You're just going down there wishful thinking. You know, and you knew from the beginning he wasn't in the fucking military. You were part of the fucking con, Sugi. You were part of the fucking con.
As a disabled vet, and again, I can't prove his disability. I don't know. I'm now questioning it. I didn't before. As a disabled vet, he would have a veteran's ID card, and I saw he had a corner of one. This is so new, they're not being forged or faked at the moment. There are no benefit to having an ID card, military veteran's ID card. I want to see what he showed Hank and myself. And I want to hold it myself and prove it's fake or it's real. I'm the one person in this whole thing that can stand there and actually verify what I'm seeing or holding. And I want that.
No, you're not, Sugi. You're not the one. You're not the only guy that can do it. The one person, the most important cog in the machine. You're not. You're a redundant fucking part. You could fail and the machine would still run. You did fail. You'd already verified Dan's service. You're the guy who verified Dan's service. Dan never served in the military. How could you be the only guy capable of holding Dan's papers and saying they were real when you already lied about Dan's military service? Top secret stuff, but you got it with a fucking library card, according to your story told. But you never showed any evidence that you did any research on Dan. You just fucking made up a story to cover that you verified him. I doubt you ever did anything to verify Dan and just listened to Dan's stories, which were a retelling of your stories. And you said, hey, his stories are like my stories. He must have been in the fucking Navy too. Meanwhile, you're now admitting that you're drunk all the fucking time and you can't recall what you fucking did when you were in the military. You got daddy's fucking Alzheimer, Sugi. Maybe you forgot what an integral part you were in the fucking con. How fucking convenient. Of goldfish brain, I can only remember 10 seconds ago. Mummy, where's my biographer to read back what I said yesterday at 10:25 p.m.? Mummy. Twink fuck.
That's why I went south with Irish last week. And I think I'm owed that. I'm sorry, Dan, I'm owed that. As to the grifting, yes, I'll hold up. I didn't investigate it or question it deep enough. I'm sorry.
Well, and again,
I'll
I'm
hold my
holding
hands up
Jim
to
to
that.
a higher standard because he claims he runs a news blog.
Yeah, hold Jim to a higher standard because he claims he runs a news blog. But don't hold Sugi to any kind of fucking standard of truth or honesty when he was Intel Corps for the British Army. He was literally an intel officer, a low-ranking officer, but an officer in an intelligence operation. Sugi lied. It's so fucking obvious. Carte Blanche says, shit, Sugi. You sat next to Dan while he said SV was stolen valor. Also, that Dan was at the last Queen's concert at 8 years drunk as a skunk. We did the math, Sugi. Why didn't you?
Website, live journal, whatever. I do hold him to a higher standard on that because I know personally that when something crosses my path and it smells like shit, I investigate to see if it's shit.
So what's interesting is the US-UK mentality. In America, you seem to be far more doubting first, approving second. I don't know why. It's cultural. It's not an excuse.
Sugi, why would you believe somebody in plain clothes, a fucking Welsh water-headed retard, who, as you said, doesn't talk like he was ex-military? Why would you just believe that he was in the military because he said so? I mean, the problem is, Shug, you probably got duped so many times in your fucking life, you don't know you got duped because you never fucking questioned anything. That's why we question things. That's why we have the greatest economy in the world. That's why we have the greatest political system in the world, because we're the people who question shit. And then we take the information, the answers to the questions, and we fine-tune shit and implement better systems. You still have a fucking king, you retard. What does he do besides fucking prance around like a fucking pedigreed dog at a fucking dog show? And oh, look as King Charles III navigates the doggy tunnel and then jumps right over the hurdle. That's why we're better than the rest of the fucking world, Shug, because we question shit. You're not allowed to question shit. Maybe that's why you're the dumb part of the fucking equation, Shug.
I'm not excusing anything. But over here,
You're more skeptical. We're a bit more jaded.
Yes, fair enough. I'll give you that.
I really think that's why we're more skeptical, because we've seen more shit. I've seen so many people.
We're skeptical because we question shit and because we understand that there are a lot of people that would rather run a fucking con than work a honest day's fucking work, i.e. Sugi, whose mummy bought him an officer candidateship in the Navy and paid enough anal money, offering up the third hole as a bonus to get Sugi on a vintage wooden boat that would never see combat. What were you doing the whole time? Hunting whales for the fucking queen, you piece of shit fuck?
People get conned that I saw Dan coming a mile away.
Fair enough. I haven't. My bad.
Yeah, you saw Dan coming a mile away. You and Kate pronounced that he was a liar, but then you used him to debate. You fed him information, and you used him to debate Turtle Boy. And Dan's such a con man and a fucking liar, and you saw it all, Shizz, that you paired up with Demon and Dan to attack Miss Mandy when Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill baited her over there. You were starting to act like you were buddy-buddy with fucking Dan.
Well, no, it is your fault. Fuck you, Sugi.
We've had that conversation before now, too.
Logan says, I have no idea how Scotto lives next to a firehouse and doesn't lose his mind. He's deaf.
But over here, when I left the Royal Navy, I walked up to meet with the captain. We have a quick conversation, and he has a pre-printed form which said sub-lieutenant name, has served on my ship HMS, insert name here. And then the captain is supposed to write, oh, he did so well, he whatever.
Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite Sugi story, aka self-snitch ever. Listen to this fucking story he tells.
Captain, we have a quick conversation, and he has a pre-printed form which said sub-lieutenant name, has served on my ship HMS, insert name here. And then the captain is supposed to write, oh, he did so well, he whatever. When I went to my captain, he gave me my report. And at the end of the typing bit where he's supposed to write his comments, he put full stop. You shit. I shook his hand, walked off, drove to the naval stores, handed my kit. I was done with the Navy.
The captain of the vessel that Sugi was on, which he just didn't give the name of, because I'll guarantee it was a ceremonial vessel that I guarantee Sugi never, as Josh would say, was never past the fucking wire. Sugi was part of the propaganda arm of the Navy, and the captain for the boat that he was on thought so lowly of Sugi that he didn't write anything complimentary on Sugi's release paperwork. Sugi, you realize you talked about all the shit that he's supposed to do. You earn positive remarks. You don't just get them because Mummy offered her rectum to some recruiter guy and paid money for Sugi to be in protective custody for 6 years instead of in the military. Mummy, the captain didn't write glowing reviews about me. Mummy. What a fucking retard you are, Sugi. Listen to your fucking self-snitch that even the fucking British Navy thought you were a useless fucking piece of shit.
We've had that conversation before now, too. But over here, when I left the Royal Navy, I walked up to meet with the captain. We have a quick conversation, and he has a pre-printed form which said sub-lieutenant name, has served on my ship HMS, insert name here. And then the captain is supposed to write, oh, he did so well, he whatever. When I went to my captain, he gave me my report. And at the end of the typing bit where he's supposed to write his comments, he put full stop. You shit. I shook his hand, walked off, drove to the naval stores, handed my kit. I was done with the Navy. I got no paperwork. I got no DD-214. I got no veterans card. I got nothing to say I'd ever served.
You know why? Because none of them gave a fuck about your lazy ass. Bandit says greatest economy, 35 trillion indebted. We could produce oil in a fucking year to pay that off. Debt isn't bad, Bandit. Debt creates leverage. Great case study, especially for all these dickheads who say I was never a broker. Tonka Toys. The Tonka trucks, fucking American pop culture, iconic, the Tonka trucks. They got bought out because they had a zero debt policy in their company. They made a lot of fucking money and they had zero debt. And then they got bought out by another toy manufacturer who then leveraged their good credit. Your return on investment, which is a big statistic in financial analysis, your return on investment, your ROI, if you use all your money, then your ROI will be lower than if you borrowed half your money. Muted. Who's saying I'm muted? You can't hear me? Check. Why am I not? Give me a 5x5. Why am I not coming through here? What was muted, me or the video? Right. Logan put it in. Hold on. There you go. Can you hear me? Check it each other. Okay, cool. Somebody put muted. I don't know why. Carte blanche. I think he is a broken cart. Maybe you're on the same line as Logan, and it's cutting in, cutting out. Yeah, that's not always a bad thing, Bandit. Logan Sandman says, we don't like it when the Brits overtax our tea either. America never gave a fuck about tea. We took everything off the boat except the tea. We threw the fucking tea overboard because we were letting the British know we're done with you fucking tea-sipping, pinky-waving faggots. Fuck off. And now our little ragtag army is going to kick the shit out of you fucking redcoats. Sugi's captain fucking thought he was a useless piece of shit and wrote nothing positive in the comments section on his discharge papers. Thanks for telling us that, Sugi, you fucking moron.
And literally on my way home from Plymouth that evening to Hampshire, where I lived at the time, or to London, something fundamentally had changed in my life. I was unemployed, but I'd gone through, I had nothing to prove where the last 6 years had gone. I didn't have a 214. Does that make any sense?
Logan says facepalm. I keep forgetting Scotto's deaf. I never knew he was deaf till I made fun of his voice a little bit, and then people pointed it out. I can say one thing about Scotto. His speech has, over time, gotten clearer, and he's a much better speaker, I think, due to the time he spent on YouTube. So, YouTube did do something positive for somebody. So I can point it out with Scotto. It's not all bad here. Some good shit happens.
Sense. So we don't. The first thing you do in the UK is not ask someone for proof. And we should be more American and do it. I don't know. I have now proved my service to a couple of people.
Sugi, you know what you should be is less fucking British. You don't need to be more American. You just need to be less fucking British. Get rid of your fucking king, that fucking retarded, chimp-eared fucking douchebag. Did the Brits buy Epstein Island, Shug?
I handed my documents to Irish on Wednesday, who gave them back saying, I believe I don't need them.
You've been verified
I'm grateful
to
for
me.
that.
Yes.
And when I get my veterans card, it's got lost in the post twice. You can't make this shit up. I promise you.
Oh, Gia, this was the comment that I was talking about.
Shut up, Sugi. My berating of Gia is more important. Sugi still doesn't have his HM veteran card. I still have doubts Sugi was in the military.
So your eye roll emoji doesn't make much sense when I'm literally getting sent things in real time. I don't thrive, live, or breathe attention and drama. I have 2 jobs and 3 children that I take care of on my own. I speak on things. Again, when other people come to me and have been negatively affected and feel they don't have a voice, that's when I use my voice. So if it's drama to you for me to defend people who can't speak up for themselves in a manner or on a platform the way I can, then I'm sorry. But I can see why you get conned so easily by all of these fucking people. Like, how many of these people are going to con you, Gia, before you're like, maybe?
Yeah, Sugi, Logan, I had a younger dude working for me. He's down in Texas now. He, married. He had 2 girls, and then his wife was pregnant with a third, because we used to tease him that he said he only wanted 2 kids, but they had the third because he wanted to, try for a son. And then we were teasing him the whole fucking time when he told us that his wife was pregnant. And again, we're like, you're gonna have another girl, you're gonna have to go for 4, you're gonna have another girl. And then when the sonogram showed the gender, he's like, fucking man, you guys jinxed me, it's a girl. We're like, you're gonna have to go for 4. He's like, fuck that, no, I'm not, I'll wind up with a 4th girl. So but he was worried that if he didn't make E5 in a certain amount of time, that they would just, be like, all right, see you around, thanks for helping us, bye-bye. So yeah, you do have to hit those fucking benchmarks. Sugi got no fucking recommend at all from his captain. And then Mummy had to buy him. Mummy had to buy Sugi's worthless ass a spot in British Intel Corps, and Sugi can't do basic maths or figure shit out. So all Sugi is now, Mummy paid for Sugi to get his spots. Sugi dragged his feet, unimpressive military career, got out. Mummy got him a job at Dell, probably had to offer the mouth hole for that one. And Sugi's now collecting a fucking pension based on having done 0 fucking service. Unimpressive. Loser. You fucking milkmaid, Sugi. You fucking government teat sucker. Earned nothing. Logan says Scotto is really mastering his cochlear implant. Yes, he's doing well. GMK in the house. Nice. Carte Blanche laughing at me. Logan Sandman says High Year of Tenure was introduced when I was in 89, 90-ish. E5 was out at 20. E4 was out at 10. You were Air Force, though, right? He's the dude who worked for me is Army. He's a hell of a fucking kid, too, man. Hell of a kid. Great work ethic. Fucking, he was all about making fucking money. GMK says, happy evening, all. Luckily, I can't stay asleep for longer than 3.168 hours. That's a very specific number, GMK. Everybody's happy to see you, GMK. Ivana Humpalot is here again. Oh, gosh, is she saving the world? This week, she's saving it from fucking demon sexcapades on Facebook, where he pretends to be a beautiful blonde, patterned after his ex, Jen, who left him, and he still longs for her.
Maybe Shizz isn't the fucking bad guy. Jesus Christ. But sorry.
Yeah, kind of are, Shizz. And you need to either upgrade your app, your filter's failing. Now your face looks ovally. Wow, you have really bad rosacea.
Anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go into Discord with God's Cabbage. I hope Sugi... Which way are you? Are you this... You're kind of in the middle. I'm going to hope Sugi joins me.
See, Shug, nobody knows where the fuck you are. You're overlookable, unimpressive, a loser, What will Mummy buy for Sugi next?
I'm gonna hope Scotto joins me. I hope all of you join me too. Oh shoot, I still don't have a link handy. I'm so bad at this.
I'll drop
If-
one.
Thank you. If someone wants to drop a link, we can all run in there and
Well, I hope I've answered some questions.
No, you haven't. You walk
I think
circles
she's
around
got it.
shit.
oh,
I think I've answered. I hope I've answered some questions.
Yeah, Ivana Hump a lot. I know Shizz is passing my info around. But, you know, she's doing it more covertly than Demon, so she shouldn't be held responsible, according to her. That's how broke your fucking brain is, Shizz. You're the one that gave Demon my fucking info and the records on me. Logan Sandman says, isn't rosacea a symptom of lupus? Is it? I don't know. Does Shizz have mandiitis? Mears says, sweepity sweep. All right, we are done for today. I will be back tomorrow, promise. Try to get it done a little earlier so that I'm so tempted to scream out Laura Rader's name right now. But we won't. Let's let her sleep. We'll see everybody tomorrow, Walter, Texas. When you hit the replay, everybody here was asking about you. We hope that you're doing great, GMK. Too bad you didn't get here sooner. Happy to see you in the chat, though. Ivana Humpalot says, yep, she gave it to Guadalupe in Boston, and they disseminated it. Yeah. I'm not losing any sleep over it. Mendo Love says, hashtag, you better code it. I will. GMK going back to sleep. Hello, GMK. Goodbye, GMK. Victor B says, we miss you, Walter. Get better soon, brother. Logan says they never gave my info to him. Send me an email, dude. I'll give it all to you. I'm not worried about you. You probably show up with a fucking half pound of weed. We'll get fucking high for the week. I'll get fired from my job. We'll giggle about it. You'll go back to California, and I'll be like, fuck, I lost my job. Then I'll be on YouTube 7 days a week, driving Shizz. Fucking crazy. Let's do the GED Tony stutter one more time. Oh. This is for you, GMK.
we're in the land of the toxic poo. I feel like
That's a rather ironic thing to say in this context. All right, okay. Yeah, I kind of think that coded is he claims he claims based on coded's public you don't need to be telling the truth about coded, but all I am saying is that coded, that's how it seems to me, but I could be proven wrong.
All right, and we are out. See you tomorrow. Be good, guys.
Be my sweet potato, or be my honey lamb, or or someone else's vibe. Everybody loves or hates us, but we're still alive. Well, wake up in the morning, cup of coffee, grab your bags, jump into the caddy, cause we're touring in a dark and say we're overrated, educated, not supposed to live jaded. When I get off this, I think I'm gonna have to be sedated. See my sweet potato, I'll be a honey lamb. I'll give me some like Tupelo, I've been caught again, shit. I went to New York City, but then I come right back. Everyone was cool there, we couldn't get no slack. They see you in the papers, they see you in the boys. I think I stay in Dixie, if I had my choice. Well, I wake up in the morning, cup of coffee, grab the bags, jump into the catacomb, no tornadoes, like I say we're overrated, educated, I'm supposed to live dead. When I get off this, I think I'm gonna have to be sedated. Be my sweet potato, I'll be a honey lamb. I'll give me some black Tupelo, should I be gone again? Here we go now.
I love you guys. Thanks for staying up till 4:30 in the morning with me. See you later today. Bye-bye.